Okay, a little bit of a false start. I didn't know it went that far, but good evening and welcome to State of Mental Radio. Tonight, we're going to be discussing the diet, right? We're going to be discussing which is a healthier diet in the long run for the evolution of our people, for the better health of our people. We're picking up this discussion with Minister Inky of Holistic University Radio on the Abundance Network. I came on Minister Inky's broadcast Monday night, I believe, and he asked me to come on there because he saw the broadcast I did prior to that about the diet and things like that, and the vegan diet, and I did my own broadcast on that. And he had a few questions, and he wanted me to come on there. I said that we in the state of Mentel advocate what is known as a solitarian diet. This is our diet that we created, right? Whereas we took certain reptiles, and I said reptiles, birds and fish, not common birds and fish, reptiles, for protein to take in their energy, right? And to marry it into our own to help boost our energy, right? I mean, that's the reason why you would eat food anyway, to take energy as an energy source. That's one of the main reasons you eat food, for an energy source. Minerals and things of that nature, nutrition, yeah, as well, but mainly as an energy source which provides these things, right? So we spoke about the reptilian diet, and we refer to the birds and fish as such because they are, in fact, reptiles. Minister Inky, with his unique brand of nutritional health and science, to say the least, very unique and never strange, said that birds and fish are animals. He said that birds and fish are animals. Okay? Y'all hold off on the calls. I'm going to take calls in a minute. He said that birds and fish are animals, not reptiles. Now, I posted this article on my page where I asked people to read it, and pretty much everyone knows this who went to school, that birds and fish are not animals like cows and are not considered animals at all. They're not like cows and pigs. And they're not animals. They're reptiles. He referred to them as amphibians, but they are linked to the reptile family. And this is what, like I said, Minister Inky said. Yet he's teaching us how to eat. He also said that it was a time where black people, and I'm quoting Minister Inky because I'm going to let him come on here and clarify these statements he made. He also said that black people used to live to be 150 and 160 years old when they ate a vegan diet, right? And I asked him, where are these black people at? Where is this recorded at? That these black people lived 160 and 150 years old, right? I've never seen that. Most I heard is 120 in the Bible, and that's up for debate, right? When you're talking about the people in the Bible, talking about they lived hundreds of years, thousands, that was dealing with tribes. It wasn't dealing with people. That was groups of people, families, names, and bloodlines. It wasn't people, individuals, right? But, and this, I like him to tell me and give me the names of these people who ate all these vegan diets and lived to be 150, 160, right? Since he said that. Because this is the selling point on how getting us to follow a vegan diet. This is the selling point. That it somehow is healthy for us. It's a healthier choice, right? Because we used to eat it before. I brought up the ancient Kemites and Nubians, which a lot of our people claim to be connected to, even these dreads and all these natural Negroes who claim to be connected to the ancient Kemites and all of them, like they walking around with dreads and they eating the vegan diet. The so-called Kemites of the ancient Nubians, they didn't eat that diet. They didn't look like these people walking around with these ankhs and dreads and eating a vegan diet. They didn't eat that. You look on their wall and they show you what their food source was. Quail or birds and fish, greens and onions. That was their diet. All this 10 dynasties back. I look back, into the early dynasties and the diet didn't change. Yet Minister Inky says that the diet changed. He claims that they were all eating a vegetarian diet, right? And that once we started eating quote unquote meat, that we started to degenerate and we started to drop off and die earlier, which is why we're in the bad state we're in. Now, I'm going to say something. Right? I'm going to state this before I take any calls from anybody. I'm going to say this. We in the state of Mentel follow the solitarian diet. This was, like I said, again, was a diet that was developed by us. We didn't catch on to any crazes or any fads like this vegan thing, all right, that's put out by Peter and these other people. We didn't pick up on this vegan thing, to catch on to a fad or a craze, because every Negro who was into this conscious and natural thing seemed to be into the vegan thing now. Right, because they claim it's such a good way to eat. Right, now they might have been into it 5 years, maybe 10 years, maybe 15 years. Right, but the lifespan of somebody living that diet has not been predetermined. If you lived that long and you had a long life, you could just point to somebody who ate such a bad diet, well, they'd live long. Right, and they might not have had any health issues. You point to people that smoked cigarettes all the way up to and ate beef and all this other stuff, and they lived a long life, right? Had no health issues. I've known people like this. My grandmother being one of them, right? Lived up to 90. No health issues, right? Now, I want to say this. In the solitarian diet, because it was misunderstood, Minister Inky made it seem as though all we eat is ostrich. I gave that as one of the food sources of our solitarian diet. Reason being is because the ostrich has a very strong immune system and it is the best meat to eat. It is the best meat to digest. Does not cause uric acid. I have a list of foods that do cause uric acid, which I will be going over tonight. Right? Lean meat. I said we don't eat every kind of fish, which I will go into the type of fish we eat. We don't eat flounders. We don't eat shellfish and all this other stuff. We don't eat beef. We don't eat pork. We don't eat lamb. Right? We don't eat goat. We don't eat ox. Right? The only protein-rich reptiles we eat, ostrich. We don't throw chicken out. We don't throw turkey out. We're going to eat ostrich. Right? We're going to eat certain cods and whiting, and that's pretty much it. We're going to eat callaloo, certain greens, not all greens, callaloo, as Dr. Sabi prescribed. Callaloo, rich in alkaline, high in alkaline, right? Certain grains, right? Not every grain, certain grains, certain spelt grains and things like that, right? We're not big fruit eaters. We don't eat fruit, right? We get our antioxidants elsewhere, right? So that being said, we don't eat. Well, let me keep on going. We don't drink milk, no dairy. We don't eat cheese, right? So I'm just dispelling this whole idea that we just eat a diet that's ostrich, that just consists of ostrich, like my guest is going to come on and try to make it seem like we did on his broadcast. He also referred to me as a vampire. No, he said he didn't want to seem like I was into vampirism, which I'm like, I don't understand that. That seems like some modern day term that people are quoting and trying to, a fatty type term. And I'm like, I don't drink blood of animals. And then he talked about cannibalism. And I'm like, I'm not an animal. So how's that cannibalism if you're not eating the same thing that you are? How's that cannibalism? Minister Inky, maybe he can answer some of these questions. I'm going to bring him on. I'm assuming that's him on the 404 number. I'm going to bring him on, if that's him. All right. Yeah, vampirism. Very funny. Yeah. 404?
Yes, sir.
Is that Minister Inky?
Yes, sir.
How you doing, sir?
I'm doing well. I listened to that long. Did you write that down?
No, I didn't write it down. I do it off the top of my head. I never write nothing down.
That sounded written.
No, sir.
That was a very clever well thought out way of avoiding the issues.
No, sir. I didn't avoid the issue.
What you're trying to do, yes, you are.
Okay, go ahead. Well, I didn't avoid the issue. I just repeated what you said. Because this
right,
goes
but what
into
you're trying to do is turn the
the
debate around into something that it's not.
No,
what you need to do is demonstrate how, first of all, where are your people picking up ostrich at? Because I know you live in Brooklyn, and I know there's no wild ostrich floating around in Brooklyn, and I know the supermarkets don't sell ostrich in Brooklyn. So where are you getting ostrich from?
Okay, hold on. I'm going to answer that question. I'm going to answer that question because this is funny. Now, I went and repeated the things you said because this all went into your argument. So, because you making it seem like what I said in the beginning of this show was irrelevant.
Right, even if you
no, wait a minute. I'm going to tell you. I'm going to answer your question. Hold on. You made it seem like everything I said in the beginning of this broadcast was irrelevant, but these are the things that came out of your mouth. I was reiterating because this played a part in your argument for following a vegan diet and going against what I was saying. That's why I recalled that. Now,
the simple part of the matter of following a vegan diet is vegan diet is healthier than eating meat because you are not a carnivore. Humans, people, state of intellect members, people, whatever you want to call the species that we belong to overall, the general species that you guys have coined your own terms for, we do not digest meat, okay? A carnivore has
fish is not meat.
Listen, no.
Okay, go ahead.
A fish, a reptile, whatever your classification for reptiles are, because as far as I know, fish are amphibians, okay? But if they're reptiles, you guys fine, whatever you want to call it.
No, it's not whatever we want to call it. It's what science. It's what science call. It's what science.
Okay.
Anybody who has a brain in their head know what to be. It's not what we want to call it.
Okay, so things with eyeballs.
Things with eyeballs. Now you're making up. Okay, go ahead. Things with eyeballs. Go ahead.
Fish do have eyeballs.
Okay, yeah.
Okay.
And certain fish, certain fish don't bleed, right? You do know certain fish you cut open don't bleed, right?
Okay.
Guts come out.
I don't want to make that a matter of debate. I don't want to make that a matter of debate. That's not our debate.
Oh, but wait a minute. You said that because they have eyeballs, they animals. That's what you just said?
No,
that's your rationale.
For the rest of the evening, that's what I will refer to them as, things with eyeballs, so that I don't have to call them animals.
Okay, go ahead. I love your rationale.
You don't have to debate me. Right. Okay, that's my rationale, exactly.
Yeah.
So things with eyeballs, we were not meant to eat. Okay,
according to who?
According to science.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Hold on. Let me stop you. I got to stop you, sir. I got to stop you.
Okay, go ahead.
Because you said that now science, the same science, says that these fish and these birds are not animals. And you say that's wrong, yet you turn around and use the same science to say that we're not meant to digest these things. However, we've been eating these things, these fish, right? We've been eating these fish for hundreds of years, thousands of years. We've been eating fish.
Listen,
now all of a sudden, Now all of a sudden,
This is a card trick.
Why is it a card trick?
Because what you're trying to do is distract us and the listening audience from the real issue. Because you're scared of the real argument.
Tell me what the real issue is. Go ahead.
Okay. We have carnivores, which are designed to eat animals, reptiles, things with eyeballs. Okay? Carnivores. You have herbivores, which are things, okay, that are designed to eat vegetation only. Then in the middle of that, you have a group called omnivores, which are designed to eat from both sides of the spectrum. Okay? Now, a simple way to tell which group you belong to is by how long your intestines are. Okay? If your intestines are anywhere from 1 to 6 times the length of your torso, okay, or your trunk, from your shoulders to your waist, that means that you would be classified in the carnivore group. If your intestines are anywhere from 3 to 7 times the length of your trunk, that means you can belong to the omnivore group. If your intestines are anywhere from 7 to 13 times the length of your trunk, your body is not designed to digest things with eyeballs, and you belong to the herbivore group, meaning you are only supposed to eat vegetation. Okay? If your jaws, listen, if your jaws have a hinge and you can only move them up and down, you are designed to eat flesh. You belong to the carnivore or quite possibly the omnivore group. If your jaws can go side to side like ours can, that means you belong to the herbivore group. All right? If you have enzymes in your saliva that can dissolve flesh in your mouth, that can dissolve the scales of fish or reptiles in your mouth, that can dissolve the feathers or the skin of the reptiles that fly called birds in your mouth, then you might belong to the carnivore omnivore group. However, the species that we belong to only has enzymes in our saliva that can dissolve fruit in our mouth and a very small group of vegetables. That's why we practice cooking, to soften up the vegetables that we ate, because vegetables are not necessarily natural, all of them, to our species. Only thing that we have the natural ability to dissolve with the enzymes that are in our saliva are fruit. This, my good brother, is science. Outside of that, what we're doing is making very intelligent arguments to continue to be lazy and lack discipline.
Okay.
Because we have grown accustomed to eating these things. We like the taste of eating these things. So we have went out of our way and bent over backwards to come up with excuses to continue to eat these things. Okay. That is science. There's nothing outside of that you can. Now, see, that's what I was looking for when I hit you in the Facebook and I said, I want you to explain biologically how eating reptiles works and benefits our species. Because right now, what I just did is biologically explain to you how it does not.
No, you didn't. No, you didn't. What you did.
Okay. Or how what you did.
Now, what you did. No. Exactly. Now I'm going to answer what you just did. What you did, and that sounds good, what you did.
Okay.
You gave an argument for animals. However, I just said that reptiles and animals are different. Now, hold on, wait, brother, I'll let you talk.
I didn't give an argument for animals.
Wait a minute, brother, stop. Hold on. I'll let you talk. I didn't say not one thing while you talk. Okay?
Right, go ahead.
Now, you said that we don't have the intestine, we don't have the acid in our stomach to digest fish and birds? Really? Is that what you just said to me? Is that what you said?
I said in our saliva, in our mouth.
No, hold on. Because you can put you making a comparison between animals and people. I'm not going to use the word terminology. We'll use human, because it's a patent dancer for now. Yes,
hold on.
Different.
I think you're confused about what I just said.
Wait a minute, brother. Let me finish.
I think you're confused.
Hold on, brother. Now, the animals are different from us. They're supposed to be different from us. Yes, we are supposed to cook our food. This is what differentiates us from them. Wait a minute, brother. Wait a minute. Now, when you're talking about them having the saliva glands to soften up and break down food, and that we don't have the saliva glands like them to digest feathers and digest bone and all this other stuff, have you ever seen a lion? A lot of times they'll tear apart the meat and they will leave the fur. They will leave things and they will spit out things that they cannot utilize. Certain livers and things like that. Certain things, they'll spit out fur and they will not eat that. We're not like them. Of course not. We're supposed to cook our food. This is what differentiates us from them. That's their way of making the food palatable for them. Us cooking the food is our way of making it palatable for us. You're giving a comparison of animals and us. That is the difference between us and them, is that we're supposed to be separate mentally. We're supposed to be more evolved, which is why we cook our food. You're saying your argument of we can't.
Hold on. Wait a
minute, brother. Let me finish. I didn't interrupt you. Hold on, brother. I didn't interrupt you. I let you talk. Now, your argument is that we've been eating. You can put fish in lemon and in water and in vinegar, and that acid compound will dissolve fish. I've had my woman clean the fish, and she did it one time. You know, sister cleaned the fish, and it broke down the fish. Now, our stomach acid is much stronger than lemon, water, and what I just said, the
vinegar.
Vinegar, yeah. Our stomach acid is much stronger than that. We can break down fish. We can break down.
Ooh, you sound like you up against the ropes.
Wait a minute, brother. Wait a minute.
I'm about to come with the body blow.
Hold on, wait a minute. You're using the argument for animals, right? These are not animals.
No.
We are you come with this talking about science. Yet our people been eating this diet, eating birds and fish way before we got here in this society. We've been eating this diet, right? Now all of a sudden, science, aka those people, right, who's saying that this diet is not right for our people, though we've been following this diet before we got here amongst these people, before we got pork included into our diet, before we got beef included into our diet, before we got invaded and had all of these other things invaded into our diet. And it did have a bad effect on us, but these things, these very simple things, hold on, wait a minute, the very simple things.
Yeah, it did have a bad effect on us, but we're going to keep
the very simple things, wait a minute, brother, the very simple things. The very simple things, like the birds and the fish, like I took it back to Egypt, the very simple things where we were sitting by the river and we were able, or sitting by the Nile and were able to fish, and we used fish as a food source, we took and we ate. Now all of a sudden it's bad. Why is that all of a sudden, brother?
Okay. Now, let me clarify, because I think you missed a few things. You're probably doing some stuff in the background, so when I'm talking, you're not listening. I think what
I paid attention to everything you said. I paid attention to everything.
Listen, let me tell you. Well, let me say this.
Go ahead.
There's a difference between listening and just waiting for your turn to talk again.
I heard everything you said.
Okay,
I heard everything you said. Go ahead.
What you might have misunderstood, because I didn't compare us to animals in the context which you just reiterated. What I told you was, what I laid out for you was, and for the listening audience, is how you can tell the difference between a species of living organisms. You see, I'm using this word, living organisms, that are designed to eat one thing versus another. It's not about the acid in your stomach. I never referred to the acid in your stomach. I said that you will have natural enzymes in your saliva in your mouth, to digest whatever it is that you are naturally predisposed to be eating.
So if I put cauliflower or carrot in my mouth, it'll dissolve? Is that what you're saying? So if I put cauliflower or carrot in my mouth, will it dissolve without me chewing it?
Hold on, listen. See, that's how I know that you just waited for your turn to speak and you didn't listen.
No. Because that's a very simple question.
Listen,
you said whatever dissolves in your mouth is meant for you to eat. That's what you just said, right?
I said, listen. If you listen, you'll understand.
Okay.
I said, and I'll repeat again, when I said it the first time, I said the only thing natural for our species, the only thing that we have enzymes in our saliva that we can dissolve immediately is fruit and some forms of vegetables. Very few, but most are not natural to our species, which is why I am on an all-fruit diet right now. And I said the reason why we started to cook is because some of the vegetables had to be softened up, because we can't digest those naturally, okay? Those are natural to some of the smaller species of animals, just like grains, like we love to eat quinoa and millet and rice and yada, yada, yada. Those are natural for your birds or reptiles because they have the beaks and the enzymes in their saliva to digest them without cooking, just like a lion. Whether the lion spits the bones out or however you said he sits down things he doesn't want to eat, that's based on taste. But he still has the saliva to start
that's based on the fact that he can't digest or utilize it. It's not based on taste.
He can digest the flesh of your hand or your arm in his mouth. He can take a deer's ass. And I'm sorry?
Because he's going to get protein from that. He's not going to get any
You
protein
can get
from
protein from an orange. You can get protein
He's
from
not
an
going to get protein from a hair. That's why they don't eat it. Now, what you're saying to me,
protein is not the number one. First of all, hold on. Protein is not the number one nutrient that you're even looking for when you're eating food. So it's not about just getting protein. Protein is not even.
No, I was saying about the lion.
You don't even need to get protein.
I was reiterating what you said about the lion.
The lion doesn't even know
what
protein
is. Eating is trying to take protein. That's why he's eating
the lion is differentiating between body parts based on the fact that he's going to get protein out of one thing or another. If he has the lion with protein, he don't know what that is. He might look at you like protein.
That's why he spits out hair, because he can't utilize it. Hair serves no purpose to the lion. I mean, I know you think because the lion is not walking upright like you, he's stupid. But they've been hunting for millions of years, so obviously they know what they can't use.
Confuse people. Now,
no, I'm not confusing people. You're confusing people.
No, I'm not. It's what I said is clear. Every species has the enzymes in their saliva naturally from the time of birth to digest the food that's natural to that organism inside their mouth. It's called mastication.
Stop. Let me ask you just that right there, please. Just 1 second. Hold before you go on the diatribe. Before you go on the diatribe, let me ask you. So what you're telling me is that you can take a cauliflower or a carrot or an orange. Wait a minute. Wait. You can take these things and put them in your mouth.
You're saying the wrong thing. A carrot and a cauliflower is not fruit. They're vegetables.
I'm saying, ain't that part of your vegan diet? Don't you eat that?
No, I don't eat carrots or cauliflowers.
Oh, so now you're a fruitarian. Now you're not a vegan no more. You're a fruitarian.
Like I just said, and I just said it 3 or 4 times, and this is Blog Talk Radio, so it's recorded. So you probably want to slow down and begin to listen because people are going to think you don't sound good.
No, but I'm
said
saying
it over and over again. Everything that's natural to our species, that we have the enzymes in our saliva to digest in our mouth, is fruit. And then you keep saying, so brother, so you're saying the carrot and the cauliflower.
You're a vegan. That's the whole
fruits.
thing. You said you into raw veganism. Isn't that not part of the vegetable?
Not fruits. And you still...
But you're a vegan. Is not cauliflower, and that's not part of your diet no more?
I'm a fruitarian.
Oh, now you're a fruitarian. You switched that fast?
No, I didn't switch that fast.
Oh, okay, right. I knew you was talking about your vegan diet. That's what we were talking about Monday. Now all of a sudden you're
I'm saying the vegan diet is better than eating reptiles.
Okay, now you don't switch. Okay, so let's go to this fruit thing now.
No, because the original premise is when you put up the McDonald's sign and said that being a vegetarian is no healthier than eating McDonald's and Burger King.
Yeah, exactly.
That was the original premise of our conversation. And what you've been doing is trying to deflect our conversation into different directions because you don't have facts to support your premise.
No, I'm going based on what you said.
You still have not shown us where ostrich is available even for people to eat. You've been avoiding that question since I've been asking you that.
Wait a minute.
Ostriches is not floating around in Brooklyn. You can't kill wild ostriches in Brooklyn.
Wait a minute.
You can't import ostriches in Brooklyn. They don't sell them in the supermarket in Brooklyn.
Okay.
And I know a pair of ostrich shoes cost about $600-700. So how much is a pair of ostrich wings? $375 for some ostrich wings?
Okay, well, here's the thing. So what you're saying, and let me just go back to this. What you said about being able to digest, I'm going to answer the ostrich thing. What you said about being able to, your saliva, wait a minute, I'm going to answer the ostrich thing. Let me just ask you about that, about the fruitarian thing, because I find that very interesting how you fruitarian there. Now, you said that you were able to put something in your mouth and your enzymes are going to, and saliva will start to dissolve that, right?
Yes.
Okay, so what you're telling me is you put a strawberry or orange in your mouth and it'll start to dissolve without you chewing it?
Yes. No, as you're chewing it. As you're chewing it. Your saliva is going to start to pre-digest that food before it gets
I want everybody to go and I want everybody to go and take an orange. Don't chew it, because according to Minister Inky's logic.
No, I said you're chewing it.
No, I didn't say no. You said no. I just asked you. You said yes. Now it's no.
No, I answered you too fast.
Oh, now you answered me too fast. Okay.
Because I clearly said you have the enzymes in your saliva to break that food down before it gets to your stomach. Now you want to add in, the without chewing to try to muster up a little bit of oomph or gumshoe with your point, brother. The only way to do that, the only way you can sway the crowd is with facts. So
no, you didn't come with any facts. You didn't come with any facts. Because if I wanted to come with facts, I would have asked you in the beginning about that whole, show me where black people was living up to 160 years old, which you didn't answer. And now I'm going to answer you about the ostrich thing. Since now you're telling me, and I want this recorded. You saying
it's all
that
recorded.
I want this recorded. That you're saying.
Wait a minute.
Okay, yeah, this is beautiful. I want these people to go back and listen to this. Minister Inky said that you can put a fruit or orange or whatever in your mouth, and your saliva will start to dissolve it without you chewing it.
I didn't say without you chewing. Everybody can listen to the radio and go back to it. You don't have to keep hitting that point.
Okay, but so if you're chewing it, then that's the start. That's the start of the breakdown. You're chewing
it, it's not.
And you have canines and scissors to cut these things up. Why?
No, it's not.
Why? You don't have canines and scissors in your you don't have canine teeth?
No, you don't.
You don't. Now you don't have canine teeth. Wow.
Not to chew flesh. Not to chew flesh.
What are they there for?
If you had canine teeth to chew flesh, first of all, they would be much larger than what they are.
But what I'm saying, why would because you're using an animal. I'm not an animal. We're different types of beings. We have these canines for a reason, not to chew fruit. All right?
Listen,
it's not to chew, because you don't need no canines to chew fruit.
You cannot play with semantics when it comes to
No, it's not now semantics. That's your favorite word in the conscious community, semantics. When, like I said, let's go back to this. Let's take this back a little bit.
This is what you're doing. You're playing
I'm not
word
using
games
semantics. I'm not using semantics. You the one that said.
You are using semantics. Do you know what semantics are? Hold on. Do you know what the word semantics means?
Yeah, plays on words.
That's
play
what
on
you're
words.
doing.
No, I'm not using play. I'm repeating exactly what you've been saying. That's
so. What species do we belong to?
What species? I said the almond beings, not the human race. That's something we say in the state of Minnesota. The almond race. The almond race. The almond race. Yes, not the human race.
Now, where is that?
Now, hold on.
Where is that?
Wait a minute.
Is that something that you made up? Hold on.
No, it's not something I made up. No, it's actually not something I made. That's not changed.
Okay, where is that recorded?
The subject is the diet. Now you want to go into.
Where is that recorded?
Wait a minute.
Because I want to talk about
the subject. Now, why are you changing asking? How does that have to do with the diet?
Okay.
Because the white man didn't say it?
The almond beans. No,
we didn't say. No, wait a minute. Did you not say? I'm using the terminology. Yeah, that we came up and we identified ourselves as in the state of Mentel. We said that our people are not part of the human race. Now you agreed with me when you said our people are not the same as everybody else. You just didn't give a terminology to it. We did.
Right.
Now, just because the white man didn't say it, because see that seems to be the thing that's popular with a lot of you cats. Y'all, if the white man don't say it first, or then all of a sudden, y'all made that up. But the white man, he'll come with something like this whole idea that we ain't supposed to eat fish now, that it's all unhealthy. And even this fruitarian thing that came from them, I'm sure that didn't come from you. It came from somebody else.
Okay, now let me say this. Mm-hmm. How could a fruitarian diet, right? Now, see, this is what happens, right? We get so angry with white folks.
I ain't angry at nobody.
No.
I'm not angry with nobody.
All right. No. Wait,
I'm just saying, who coined that terminology that you're using?
We can all hear it. I'm going to tell you.
Okay, go ahead. I'm listening.
All you got to do is just
I'm listening.
Relax, relate.
I'm listening.
Usa, moderate the radio. You're the host. You got to keep your decorum. Okay.
I got my decorum. I'm just passionate. I'm hyped. I'm not mad. I'm hyped. Let's go.
Good. Okay. We get so upset with white folks that we just want to be all over the place, and we lose sight of reality.
Oh, reality.
How could a group of organisms, okay, because I just got to just use super wide general terms with you. How could a group of organisms that come from a mountainous, cold region where there was no fruit be the creators of a fruitarian diet?
No.
And hold on.
Okay, go. I'm listening.
And not the black African people that originated in a place where fruit was falling off the tree, mangoes, dates, and pineapples, and everything you can name up. So we were surrounded by fruit, but we didn't invent the fruit diet. People who come from a place where there was no fruit invented the fruit diet.
Well, wait a minute. No. Hold on. Okay, that sounded good. Wait a minute. That sounded good. Wait a minute. That sounded good. That sounded just about as good as we used to live to be 100. Hold on. That sounded just. Wait a minute. I'm gonna answer that. That sounded just about. Now I'm gonna answer. You keep interrupting. That sounded about as good as black people used to live to be 150 and 160 years old eating a vegan diet. Yet you did not tell me who these black people was, where they came from. All right? Now you're telling me, because you're not eating no fruitarian diet because some Africans did it. You're not in Africa. You're not related to those people. You started eating a fruitarian diet because the white man popularized it. Hell, he popularized that term fruitarian.
No.
That's why a lot of y'all cats.
I'm eating that diet because that diet is natural and that diet is beneficial to my body, and that is what's natural for my body. My body can assimilate the most nutrients from that diet. And at the same time as it's assimilating the nutrients, it has the least amount of inflammation, mucus, bacteria, and problems in digestion, which create further problems, which builds up gas, nitrogen in your tissues, so on, so forth, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. I'm using that diet because I studied the body and determined that is the most optimum diet for the body. Now, to go even further, if you studied the body, you would see that you're not getting any nutrients from animals that you can't get from the plants.
Where do you get your omega-3 from?
Hold on.
Where do you get your omega-3? Where do you get your omega-3 acid from? From your fruit. Tell me which fruit.
You can get them from almonds, walnuts.
That's not fruit. That's nuts.
Where do they grow? They
can grow side by side. That's not fruit.
Where do they grow?
That's nuts, brother. That's nuts.
Where do they grow?
So now nuts is included into your diet? As a fruitarian diet?
Yes.
Okay.
The same way that fish and birds are reptiles.
They are. The same science.
And nuts grow on trees.
That's a fact. You learned that in the 3rd grade. I don't know where you get this idea. You get this idea that they animals.
Where do nuts grow?
I don't know where you get that from.
Okay, where do nuts grow?
Where do nuts grow on trees next to fruit?
All right. Okay. So
that makes
grand
it
opening,
fruit,
grand
right?
closing. So as we're moving forward.
So that makes So that makes it fruit, right? According to your logic, that makes it fruit.
That makes it natural. And that makes
natural. Now, no, we won't say it's fruit. It's natural.
Yeah.
Boy, you talk about playing with words. You talking about playing with words. But you said,
I'm not using semantics. I'm not using semantics. Now, hold on. Because, see, you keep hiding from this, and you never, see, how many minutes into the show? And you keep saying that you're going to tell us where ostrich come from, and all right, so you're not dealing with ostrich.
Ostrich is a descendant of the dinosaur.
No, where are you getting ostrich from in Brooklyn? There's no wild ostriches on Flatbush Avenue. You're not on Flatbush Avenue shooting ostrich.
Okay, so let me get this straight. Because I can't go to... No, so let me get this straight. Hold on, wait a minute. Hold on. I'm going to answer you. You answered, and you said, where can I get... I'm going to answer.
I didn't finish my statement. My statement.
Got it.
All of these animals, okay, all of these reptiles, all of these birds, all of these fish, do you know where they're getting their nutrients from?
They're getting them from the plants.
Okay. Grand opening, grand closing. So now, common sense, even if you don't study biology, even if you don't study your own internal processes, would tell you that you could get more nutrients by going directly to the plants and eating the plants and cutting out the middlemen, because all you're getting is leftover nutrients. When those fish, when those ostriches eat the plants, their body is going to assimilate some of the nutrients, and all you're going to get that's hanging around in the tissues of those organisms is what's left over that they did not use throughout the course of their day-to-day business and their energy expenditures. You can, without the problematic processes of trying to digest those things, you can simply go to the plants and get a much higher content of nutrients before we even get deep off into biology. We ain't got to go that deep. You can go right to the plants. So even using your own line of logic, eating those organisms is a waste of your time.
Well, no, that's not what I said. I said I don't eat. Wait a minute. I don't eat because you're right, and we do eat. If you listen to me, hold on. Let me answer you. Now, right, I don't eat the ostrich for plant nutrients because I can go and eat greens. All right, I eat it for protein. All right, that's why I eat it because.
Do you know where the ostrich gets its protein?
No, the ostrich, like I said, it's the same way. Like I said,
do you know where the ostrich gets its protein?
When the ostrich, when the meat
of the ostrich, I'm gonna tell you. You said no, you don't know where the ostrich gets its protein. I'm gonna tell you.
No, like I said, he gets it from the plant, but how he processes it and how it makes his meat thicker or what it does in his body is different from what it will do in your body. It's not like that answer you gave me when I asked you about eating the ostrich versus eating the plant. I said that how's it that the ostrich runs faster and things like that, and it's the greatest source, one of the greatest sources of protein known right now. One of the greatest sources of protein. You said your answer was not, quote, all we got to do is exercise. Really?
To run faster. Because you're making it seem like the faster an animal or reptile moves,
so I'm saying,
the more nutrients
no. Let's use your logic. Since you said let's use your logic. Since you said that we can get the same thing.
If I eat a cheetah, then I'm going to run as fast as a cheetah.
No. Let's use your logic. No. Let's use your logic. Since I'm going to be, since we can get the same thing. And it's going to produce the same thing in that ostrich who eat the greens versus me. Then why does he move faster?
No, what I explained to you.
No, I asked you a question. Why, if it's going to produce the same thing in me?
Ask me a question, then I start talking. You say no.
Okay,
I'm going to answer your question.
Okay, I'm going to answer. Please.
If a human being or an almond being would like to run faster, then he should eat better and exercise more. Very simple.
So you mean to tell me?
Now,
without protein, listen, brother, without protein.
Wait. Because what you keep trying to do is deflect, and you're still running away from
I'm not deflecting anything.
Asking you. Are you saying that if I eat a cheetah, that I'll be able to run as fast as the cheetah?
No, now you're playing games. I didn't say that. Now you said eating a cheetah. I said, listen to now who's playing games? I said no. I didn't say that. I said that the same way.
Play a role in the speed that we move because you use that as a.
And then you went and gave an animal again. You keep saying an animal.
Okay,
a bird, those are not
animals. Let's say ostrich. If we eat ostrich, can we run as fast as an ostrich?
Like I said, again, the ostrich has the strongest pH and highest immune system. Right, and the people who are eating this bird, and the people that are eating this bird, it's good. It's high in protein, and a lot of your runners. A lot of your runners, the ones who know about the ostrich, the ones who have incorporated it into their diet, because you can't do anything. I don't care what if you're saying, if you're lifting weights.
How many Olympic runners are eating ostrich?
If you're lifting weights, if you're working out, if you're running, you can't do a damn thing without no protein. All that nuts and fruits and all that monkey diet of pulling fruits up off of the thing and eating it and whatnot, like the monkeys. That, like I said, that's not going to give you the ability to be stronger, to work out, to exercise.
Okay,
that's
now hold on. Let me stop you right there. Let me stop you right there. Hold on. Let me stop you right there. Mm-hmm. Because you're trying to be funny by calling it a monkey diet, but what you do is you just put your foot in your mouth.
Tell me how.
The strongest primate is the gorilla, and the gorilla is the only primate that's a vegetarian.
Oh, really?
Now,
really? Well, here's the thing.
Yes. Okay. Now, hold on. Now, I need you to stop. If you have a sound effect, hit the sound effect, and just take a minute to Google that and pull that up, and so you can assimilate that information, because I don't even want you to run right into the next thing that you're thinking. I want you to take a minute. Mm-hmm. Inhale, breathe this moment in, because this is the moment. This is like when Menace to Society and the cop just looked at him and said, "You know you just fucked up right now, right?"
Yeah,
you said you bought the beer at 11 o'clock. Did you say you bought the beer at 11 o'clock?
Mm-hmm.
You tried to be funny and say it was a monkey diet, And all the monkeys, the primates, that are very close in symbiotic with the European, as we laid out, the rhesus monkeys, the chimpanzees, those animals eat flesh. The biggest and strongest of all the primates is the gorilla. And
so
he
monkeys,
is a vegetarian.
Monkeys don't eat fruit, though.
And the
monkeys don't eat fruit?
The gorilla is
monkeys
a vegetarian. That makes them omnivores. They still eat flesh and reptiles and all that.
And tell me. Okay, they eat each other.
But see, no. But what you said was you cannot get big and strong by eating plants. Now, the biggest, strongest monkey eats only plants.
They're not strong and big because of that, brother. They were already made that way. That's like saying, you know what that's like saying?
They weren't already made that way. They didn't come out of their mother's womb that way.
Wait a minute.
Hold on. They did not come out of their mother's womb that way.
Wait a minute. That's genetics right there, what you're talking about. That's like saying that somebody, hold on. That's like saying you got a giraffe, right, who eats vegetables and things like that and eats leaves or whatever. A giraffe eats leaves, and the giraffe is tall because it eats leaves. No, that's not why the giraffe is tall. The giraffe is tall because it's genetically made that way. Whatever diet you eat, it's only going to weigh but so much in what your genetics dictates. Like, for example, I can eat a vegan diet or I can eat a fruitarian diet. I'm going to maintain a certain size because that's what my genetic dictates. You're going to maintain a certain size because that's what your genetic dictates. You're only going to get but so brother. You're only going to get but so big.
You're wrong.
You're only going to get but so big.
You're wrong. Listen, you're wrong. That's why somebody can sit down. Listen, that's how somebody can eat ice cream and drink beer and eat ostrich and chicken and KFC and get
I don't eat KFC, so I wouldn't know.
Fat.
But anyway.
I'm not saying you. I'm just saying a person in general that can eat these types of things and they can put on weight and they can not exercise and they can put on weight and they can get bigger and they can get bigger and before you know it, there'd be 250, 300, 400, 500 pounds.
Well, I disagree with you because my
somebody that has a restricted diet, that eats healthy, that might be a vegetarian, vegan, or eat raw food, and exercise, and they will maintain a healthy body weight. You don't just have a specific.
You know why you know that? I'm gonna tell you why that's false. I'm gonna tell you why that's false. Right? I'm gonna squash that right now. I'm gonna squash that right now.
I'm gonna
squash that right now.
If that was true what you said, then people would not have to watch what they eat at all. You could just eat anything,
I'm not
and
saying,
because you were predetermined to be a specific size, you would never grow past that size.
People would have to watch how they eat. No. People would have
to. Wait a minute, brother. Wait a minute. Predetermines your size, so it doesn't matter what you eat. You're going to be a certain size. That's wrong. You're only gonna
only get but so big, brother. It's like you. I looked at your frame. You're a small frame dude. All right? You're not a big frame guy.
That's a lie because I was 260 pounds. I was 260 pounds.
Okay, but that's
and I would
your
have been
limit.
way bigger than that if I didn't stop myself because, that wasn't my limit. I would have been bigger if I didn't stop myself. I had to start running in the park, doing 10 to 12 miles a day in the park, hitting the pull-up bar to get that weight off me because I was drinking milkshakes, eating turkey burgers, just loading up, not doing no exercise, sitting around, eating reptiles, fish, and birds, drinking milkshakes, not doing no exercise, relaxing, making excuses, some of them very intelligent, like the ones that you have put together.
No, I'm not making no excuses for anything. Hold on, wait a minute.
Yes,
I'm not making no excuses. So what you're telling me is, whoa. What you're telling me is that you got people who can sit up and eat and don't gain a pound. Those people don't exist, right?
No,
those people don't exist. Okay. Those people don't exist. You got people that eat and don't gain no weight.
No.
Those people don't exist, right?
I'm saying that
those people with fast metabolism don't exist, right, Minister Inky?
I'm going to explain it to you. Listen, I'm going to explain it to you because I have a fast metabolism.
Yeah. Obviously you don't. If you picked up 260 pounds, you don't.
No,
if you did, you wouldn't have to change your diet.
Okay, just listen.
Okay.
A fast metabolism just means just that and that alone. You're adding extra connotations to it, and I'll explain so that it makes sense. A person with an average metabolism, they need to eat 2,000 calories a day to maintain their body weight and size. a person with a fast metabolism may need to eat 2,500 to 3,000 calories a day to maintain their size and body weight. Now, depending on your speed of metabolism will determine your daily intake of calories that you need to maintain your size. Anyone can go above and beyond that amount. Even if your metabolism is so fast that you could run through 4,000 calories a day and still maintain your size, if you hit 5,000 to 6,000, your body will start to save some of those calories as fat.
Well,
that's very simple. So
well, I tell you what,
hold on. Listen, no, I'm explaining to you. This is science.
Okay.
So when you look at people, so when you look at people that seem to eat a lot and they don't gain any weight, the reason is because they can eat more than you can, or you might be one of those people, so you can eat more than the people around you. But that does not mean that you have a bottomless pit and you can eat an unlimited amount and not gain any weight. That just means that you have a very fast metabolism and the amount of food that you're eating has not surpassed your metabolism's limit in a day yet.
Well, then that's again,
all that means.
Again, that's the genetic makeup of someone. That is the genetic makeup of someone. That is the genetic makeup of someone. That has nothing to do, like I said.
That doesn't lock them into a specific size where if they eat like a slob and they don't exercise, that they'll still be healthy.
I got my assistant, Mr. Menjaz, who is at 37 years old. He probably eat 8 more than you did. I mean, I've watched the man eat. Like I said, will not gain a pound. He's been about 102 pounds. He's been about 102 pounds since he was 16 years old.
I still gotta eat. I gotta eat like a horse every day just to stay my size. And I just dropped 16 pounds. I was almost 200 pounds again, just eating vegetables.
Mhm. And that's your genetic
down to
makeup.
186.
You have a fat gene. That's your genetic makeup.
You have a fat gene. Because I can take off my shirt, and you can take off your shirt, and we'll look different.
Yeah, I doubt it. At 42 years old, I doubt it. Like I said, I got a fat gene too. I got a fat gene too, but you know, I'm gonna tell you something. I got a fat gene too, but by following this diet, which was lean and high in protein and whatnot,
well, I tell you what. How about this? I want to give you this challenge.
Mm-hmm.
How about I come up to New York and I meet you up there in Brooklyn on Sunday, and we sit down and I'll give you a full body diagnostic, because what I learned from my years in personal training as well as doing nutrition is that people can look great on the outside. Their external muscles can be developed. They can look lean. They can have a flat stomach, and their internal organs could still be in trouble. They could still have plaque building up inside their arteries. Their veins can still have a high rate of viscosity. So how about I give you a free checkup so that way we can see just how healthy your diet is internally. I'll be up there Sunday.
I'll take it. We're doing our conference Sunday, but if you want to come after the conference, that's fine. I'll take it.
What time is the conference over?
The conference is over at 7 o'clock. We're going to be
What time does the conference start?
Starts at 3.
So why not do it before the conference?
Okay. That's fine. We're going to be at the Restoration Plaza.
It only take us 5, maybe 10 minutes to get all the information down. Then you could run back into your thing. I'll run back into my thing, and then we could get back on the phone, and I'll break everything down.
Okay. So we're going to get to see. Well,
how this reptile thing is working. We're going to get to see just how awesome this reptile is.
It's a series. Hold on. It's a series. So what you're telling me, it's a series of you asking me questions. Yes. How's it work?
No. This is a machine, a couple of machines that I'm going to put you on that's going to check your heart, your lungs, it's going to check every organ in your body, every fluid in your body, every cell in your body. I also am going to put you on the machine and check your blood pressure. I'm going to check your heart rate to make sure it doesn't have any irregular beats to it. I'm going to check your lungs. I'm going to check to see if there's any wheezing. I'm going to check your body fat percentage. I'm going to check everything. I'm going to give you a checkup, brother.
Okay. Though I did have one at the beginning of the year.
So that way
I had one at the beginning of the year, but I will take it again. Though I had one at the beginning of the year.
You didn't have
it
one
came out marvelous. So
you didn't have one from us. I have plenty of people that go to the traditional thing, and they get that little BS checkup. Okay, stick out your tongue, cough. Oh, you're all right. No, we're gonna check everything.
Okay.
Every fluid, every organ, every cell, every tissue, and every organ in your body, and we're going to see how the reptiles are working for you.
Okay. But the funny thing is about
and now
this.
Listen.
Hold
can you
on,
tell us
funny
before
thing
it
about
gets too
this,
late tonight? Listen. Can you tell us before it gets too late tonight? Just before you say anything else, can you just tell us which supermarket in Brooklyn sells ostrich?
We don't shop here. We see, and this is your reason. We go upstate, or we go to certain places to pick it up upstate. Now hold on. No, your rationale. Wait a minute. Your rationale is wait a minute. I'm gonna ask
how much is apple. I'm
gonna answer your question. You cutting me off.
Does it require a story?
Hold on, wait a minute. I'm gonna give you an answer. You ask me a question, I'm gonna give you an answer. Now, your thinking is because I can't go to Ali and the Arabs in the store, or Pedro and them who owns the supermarket where they got the old vegetables and meat and stuff, that I'm not supposed to think beyond that? That's the same mentality. That's the same mentality as that's the same mentality as, if we can't pick it up off the ground and eat it, then it ain't for us. I mean that's really like, you talking about lazy?
No,
that's lazy as hell.
No,
that's lazy as hell.
I'll be searching hard for food. I gotta go shopping every day.
And then if the ostrich, if you don't believe in, or you think that that's not a good diet, then why was you inboxing me and asking me, well, brother, it's expensive? You kept going on about the expense of it. I'm like, my thing is that whoa.
And when you suggest things to people and you have a public audience, what you're telling people should be practical. You have to have something that's
hold on, wait a minute. Hold on. It's practical to go eat KFC. Hell, it's practical to go eat dirty. It's practical. It's right there in the neighborhood. According to you, if you can't go across the street, it's practical to eat that. It's there in the neighborhood according to your logic. It's there in the neighborhood.
No, that's
what
not
you
practical.
said. You said because I can't go.
To give you high blood pressure, diabetes, cardiac arrest.
No, you wouldn't say that. You said you talking about practical. Practical has never been applied in our neighborhoods. They have never sent good food into our neighborhoods. So your practicality,
ostrich is even good yet. That's
it
still
is
your
good.
premise.
It's very good.
It
is very good. It's very good.
Your whole premise of saying that ostrich is healthy is because they run fast.
No, I didn't say that. I said it's very lean. I said it's very lean, high in protein. And do you know? Hold on, I'm giving you some facts that you can look up. I'm giving you some facts. Do you know that because of the level of pH in the ostrich, like I said, the salmonella and bacteria does not attach to that bird. Does not attach to the meat.
Hold on. Do you know where salmonella comes from?
Yeah, they could be found in vegetables. I know that.
Okay. No. See, that's how I know you don't know what you're talking about.
They're not? It's not?
Listen,
salmonella is not. They haven't found salmonella in vegetables? Is that what you're telling me?
They have found salmonella on vegetables.
Yeah, okay.
Where does salmonella come from?
It comes from raw meat.
No, it doesn't. Where does salmonella come from? It comes from shit.
Yeah. Okay.
It comes from shit. So you have to have an anus in order to produce salmonella.
Oh, wait a minute. Salmonella is found in certain raw meats and in certain vegetables.
Salmonella contamination can come from anywhere, but salmonella itself, the origin of salmonella is in feces, brother.
Okay, well that's
and the last time I checked, I've never seen an orange take a shit. I've never seen an apple take a shit.
But it is fertilized with shit now, isn't it? Now it's fertilized with it now, isn't it?
No, it's not. The soil is fertilized with manure. That's one of the types of manure that soil is fertilized with. Soil, okay? Mm-hmm. Dirt is fertilized.
When you fertilize,
fruits and vegetables are not fertilized.
When we had this topic, you said that we had this discussion. You said that fertilization does not denote or does not go into the makeup of that food, right?
Right.
You sure now?
Yeah.
Okay, so let me get this straight. because we're using the correct terminology here. If
I'm speaking specifically towards, hold on, I'm speaking specifically towards shit. I'm speaking specifically towards manure.
Yeah.
When you put manure into soil, okay, the microorganisms in that soil break that manure down. Okay, the plants that are also in that same soil have roots which seek out the nutrients, the minerals, the water, the things in that soil that they would like to eat. They seek those things out and suck them through the roots and pull them up into their stem for assimilation. Okay,
and not
shit. No, and not shit. No parts of the manure. The only thing that's left from the manure, okay, is the minerals. And this was when manure was a viable source of fertilization. But because all the animals now are poisoned, the manure is no longer even a top choice for fertilization. And they use nitrogen and all kinds of other things because manure is no longer a good source.
Well,
listen,
when
the animals listen,
I'm listening. Go ahead.
When the animals, because I want the people to learn something, and along with listening to us argue, laughing, and all that, I still want people to learn something. When the animals were healthy and they just lived wild and they just ate the plants, all right, all the leftover minerals came out in their feces, and that was a way that nature has set up to recycle everything, to keep everything in tune with one another. So all the leftover minerals came right back into the soil. The microorganisms in the soil broke down all the animal DNA and all the other stuff that was in the duty. So they eat the duty, just so you don't know. If you don't know, they eat the duty. All those little microorganisms, they eat the duty. Only thing left in the soil is minerals, which fulvic acid and humic acid break down into something that the plants, I think it's colloidal form, so that the plants can absorb that and create ionic form minerals, which we can then eat the plants and absorb into our body. But there are no logs of doo-doo that plants are absorbing. There's no animal DNA that plants are absorbing. So just so that that's clear.
Okay, well, hold on.
Before we move on.
Let's rewind. No, we're not going to move on. Let's rewind this for a little bit.
Okay. All right.
Now you said
all right.
that they no longer use. Hold on, wait a minute. You said that they no longer use this form of. Hold on. You said it is not the top choice of fertilizer.
No, it's not.
Right?
No, it's not.
It is not the top choice fertilizer because of what? Now you said because of contamination. Animals are poison. Now wait a minute.
Yeah.
So if the animals are poisoned and they're not using it to fertilize your vegetables, and I thought these enzymes, whatever you said, ferret out all of that poison and ferret out the shit and everything you said, I thought it ferreted it all out. So obviously, if they're not using it, they were afraid of it going inside of the plant.
Okay,
I thought it was like ferret it out. I thought it was like ferret it out and filter all of that out so you wouldn't have to worry.
Okay, hold on. You getting like bipolar. You are aware that you're the one who brought up the manure going into the soil, right?
Yeah,
so it's not on me to prove the point of the manure going into the soil. It's on you to do that. Hold on, no.
But you just said that it's a filtering process, right? You said it's a filtering process, right? Yes or no?
I said
takes place. It's not eating the doo-doo, like you said. It's not eating the doo-doo.
I said it's a recycling process.
Yeah, it's a filtering process where it filters out the doo-doo, right? And you said that they are no longer using these animals.
Farmers.
Manure, farm animals, manure. They're no longer using that because the animals are poisoned.
So your point is what?
My point is that if the animals, if an animal being poisoned matters in the fertilization, obviously that poisoned animal or the animal goes into the plant. That's why they would not use it no more. I mean, a 3-year-old could get this. Why would they not use the? If there was a filtering process going on, then it would filter all of that out. But if they're not using manure as that main source anymore, then obviously that's because the manure is going into the plant. It affects the way the plant comes out.
The horses, the cows, all of these animals are poisoned. And the poison in their body.
But that shouldn't matter, according to you.
Listen. No. Because I think you missed the main key. The poison in the animals' bodies. No, listen. The poison in the animals' bodies is all they have. The reason that the animals are unhealthy is because they no longer have minerals and nutrition in them. They're no longer being fed their natural diets. So there is no longer any minerals in the manure that's coming out of these poisoned animals for the soil to take in and recycle into the plants. I clearly said that when the horses and the cow, the animals, used to shit in the soil, the microorganisms ate everything except for the minerals. The minerals went down into the soil where the plants would take the minerals in. These animals are now mineral deficient, just like most of the different species or people or almond beings are now. This is why, although your government likes to keep telling people that you can get calcium, that you can get calcium from milk and cheese and dairy products, and everybody is running around consuming cheese and milk and dairy products, no one has any calcium in their body.
We don't. Well, we don't eat that. I don't eat that.
I'm going to test you on Sunday and see just what your vitamin levels are. I'm going to find out how much calcium you have, all that. I'm going to find out everything on Sunday morning.
So what you're saying is, okay, so let me rewind this. So what you're saying is that because the animals, because
everyone has heard what I'm saying, so you don't need to keep saying what I'm saying. What you need to say is where are you getting ostrich from?
Okay. No, you want to gloss past that. I want everybody to hear what he just said.
What am I glossing past? I said
because you want to move on. You want to move on, and you want to move on.
The animals used to shit in the soil.
Yeah.
The
you want to move on, and you trying to do to hide the fact that, like I said, those animals affect, and it's obviously not a filtering thing on it because they affect the growth and go into what's being what's going into
the minerals that come out of those animals. But they're no longer even feeding. They're no longer feeding these animals mineral-rich diets. The animals are sick because they're mineral deficient. Do you know what deficient means?
Yes, I do.
Hold on. Do you know what deficient means?
Yes, I do know what deficient means.
What does
this conversation,
mean?
This conversation is mentally deficient. This conversation is mentally deficient.
That's a lot.
Now,
that was a good one.
That
was a sharp comeback.
But anyway,
that was a good comeback right there. You're good on the ropes. I'm gonna say that you're good on the ropes. You are good on the ropes.
No, I'm not on the ropes, brother. I'm rolling.
The judges
like I said,
scorecard. You are already listening. This is the 8th round, and you've lost 8 rounds already.
Yeah, right. Okay. You keep playing it that way. Keep playing it that way. So maybe the vegan conscious community believe you. You know what I'm saying? Like Jay-Z said, we don't believe you. We don't believe you.
Anybody that's literate, all you gotta do is do some study on your body.
Yeah, right.
You can do some
right.
study
You're
on your
the
body.
same man. This is the same man. But I ain't gonna go. We're not gonna go back. We gotta go Jack. This is the same man that said birds and fish are animals. But you're gonna listen to him. But okay, no, you know what?
Yes.
We're not gonna take Jack.
Yes.
We're not gonna go back. Okay, now back to this thing. You asked me that. Your question was about the.
You told me that fish was not amphibian.
Wait a minute. You told me your question when you inboxed me was about the expense of the ostrich. You said how expensive it is. Now, my question to you is, why did that matter? Because if it's no good, as you were saying, then you wouldn't have even brought up expense. You would have been like, it's just no good.
This is like pulling teeth because your community eats ostrich, and you think, because I could be wrong. I like to always have an open mind. So maybe Minister Inky doesn't know it all. Ostrich is very healthy and nutritious, says the intellectual Nuben. Beautiful.
Yes.
If some of the listening audience would like to go out and experience some of the miraculous health benefits of eating ostrich, where can they pick that up in Brooklyn, and how much will that cost them?
You're going to have to go to certain places in Manhattan. You're going to have to go
to
from rent. You're going to have to hold on. Wait a minute.
Like in the beginning of your
just like you went to Whole Foods. Just like you went to Whole Foods that's not in Brooklyn. Wait a minute. You just shop in Brooklyn? Wait a minute, Mr. Inky. You just shop in Brooklyn? Hold on, wait a minute. Do you just shop in Brooklyn? Yes or no?
What do you mean?
Do you just shop in Brooklyn?
No.
Okay, then so what are you talking about?
Okay, but certain places, Certain places have an address.
You don't shop
Certain
locally, so why you want to tell people that, okay, you should, if you can't get locally, then it's no good to you. You don't shop locally.
No.
I seen a video with you in Whole Foods.
I'm saying
ain't no
give
Whole Foods in
people
Brooklyn.
a specific location, brother. Give them a specific
you got several locations. You got you got ranches.
Locations.
You can Google it. You got ranches where you can go. It's people that. Matter of fact, Terminator X. Hold on. Since you into hip hop so much, hold on. Wait a minute. I'm gonna give you a little fact.
No, I'm gonna tell you. Hold on. I'm giving you. Hold on. I'm gonna let you say something because you don't want to listen to me right now because you mad.
No, I'm saying I try. You said where can you get it from? I'm giving you a little bit of
if somebody eats something,
information.
If somebody eats something on a regular basis, right?
I don't eat it on a regular basis, brother.
Even
I don't eat it on a regular basis.
Crack.
I don't eat it on the regular basis, brother. You didn't hear what I said. You didn't listen to me. I said I don't eat it on the regular basis.
Diet.
I said that's
be a staple of the mental
you
diet?
heard ostrich because that's uncanny to you because you've never tried it. So you zoned in immediately on something that wasn't familiar to you. You didn't hear everything else I said, which I said we don't just eat ostrich.
Listen,
but you zoned in on that.
Even if I eat at a restaurant one time, I still remember where it's at.
Brother, like I said, there's several places you can go.
So you never had ostrich before?
Yeah, I've had ostrich, brother. We picked up ostrich.
Okay, where did you get
before.
it at?
My sister picked it up for me. One of my women picked it up.
Okay, so you never got it. Oh, okay.
No, she picked it up.
Okay.
I trust her. She picked it up.
All right. The radio show is recorded.
Yeah,
I'm just saying it's recorded.
I'm just saying
it's recorded. People will be able to decide on their own.
I've eaten ostrich. Like I said, you can go anywhere. What does that have to do with anything and whatnot? Like I said, I just started out. Like I said, a few months down eating this ostrich, right? And like I said, I'm telling you, we just incorporated it into our diet. And like I said, the benefits of it.
How much the ostrich cost?
Hold on, wait a minute. I feel a difference in it, huh?
How much it costs?
If you order by the pound, it might, like I said, by the pound, it's about $30 a pound, $40 a pound.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's a pretty good guess.
Yeah. No, it's not a guess. That's what it is. You can go look it up. You can go anywhere. Like I said, the location, you got plenty of locations.
All right.
You got plenty of locations. I incorporated it into my diet.
Like
wait a minute.
Google yourself.
Hold on.
I guess you stalled long enough to pull it up on Google yourself.
No, I didn't have to pull up anything on Google. I didn't have to pull up
nothing on Google.
Why?
You haven't
I'm saying I didn't have to pull up anything. I ate the meat before, but I'm saying because you have many different places you can go to purchase this ostrich. You got places, like I said, it's not a common meat because we don't eat common food. All right, it's not a common meat. And
you have many places where you can pick it up, then that would make it common.
No, it's not. Like I said, it's not a common. It's not many places. Like it's not like you're gonna be on your block, your next block. You're not, because like I said, black people, they don't usually care about what the hell they eat. But like I said, it's not a common. It's not a common.
People do though.
Yeah, we do. Very much so.
Okay. Oh,
very much
people
so.
With only the people that's in your group.
No, that's the whole race. But like I said, many of y'all are mentally dead,
and
y'all believe, and y'all think
people is black people.
Yeah, it's supposed to be. Supposed to be, but you, like I said,
so
you say,
people care about what they eat. Because you just said black people don't care about what they eat. The ones who are enlightened care.
The ones who don't, of the black race,
because
the ones who
we're not having this conversation because we care about
I'm answering your question.
No, listen.
The ones who don't care, the ones who don't care, the ones who don't care, eat vegan and fruitarian diets and follow the white man because you believe that you're the same as him. Deep down, that's why you can give facts like that.
That's where you
based on his study, not yours.
No, that's not, and that sounds very childish.
No, it's not childish. Because I want you to tell me where our people was eating a fruitarian diet.
Listen,
where did you get that from? Where did you get that from?
A European
tell me a race of people our people that was eating fruitarian diet. Tell me that only ate fruit. Give me that people.
European that came from
give me okay, you're right. Okay, forget the white man. Okay, forget the white man. Okay, all right, you're right. Okay, forget the white man. Tell me where our people,
so forget the white man.
A group of our people that was eating fruitarian diet.
Your premise. I just want you to say that one more time so people can hear it.
Tell me a group of our people.
On your premise that quick.
Tell me a group of our people. No, because that's not why y'all eating fruitarian diet. You wasn't in Africa linked up to nobody, and you just started eating no fruitarian diet. That became popular here through eating.
And I explained to you how and why we're supposed to be eating it.
Okay, but tell me what group of people, so-called black people, a civilization of black people was only eating fruit. Tell me. Tell me,
brother.
Since that's native to us, you tell me what civilization of black people you know anywhere on the planet that was just eating fruit, a real civilization, not some people beating on damn drums and burning and with throwing spears and running around naked, because those are not my people. You tell me those people that was doing that. You tell me the people, the civilized people, the real builders that was doing that. Where the hell was they eating? Who was eating a fruitarian diet?
All the ancient cultures in Africa before we started to devolve.
No, give me one, brother. Don't give me a broad answer. Give me one.
I gave you one Monday
No, that's
night.
not one. You said all of the cultures. That's not an answer. Give me a name.
I gave you the old kingdom in Egypt.
Wrong. I checked the first 10 dynasties. The first one was occupied by Atmos, all right? And they was eating fish. They had it on their wall. I got it.
That's a lie.
Yes, it was. They was not eating no. That's a lie. They was not eating no fruit diet.
That's a lie.
Please post it. Please post it.
Would tell you they did not eat living creatures in Africa.
No, first of all, the Nile was right there. They were fishing, brother.
So what does that mean? The Nile was right there.
They was fishing, brother. They was fishing.
The Nile was right there. There's
They
water
were
everywhere.
fishing. That's what that means.
Planet.
Okay, put the article up there to show me where these Egyptians, the first 10 dynasties was eating fruit, just fruit.
I'm not on the computer right now.
Okay, well then later I want you to put it up there, and if you prove me wrong, then I'll come on here and I'll be like, you know what, Minister Inky was right. We a fruitarian diet. We vegan.
No. Listen. I don't need to prove what everybody ate last week, last month, or 1,000 years ago. All I need to prove what is healthiest for us to eat right now.
Then you can't. Then why? But that's part of your argument. Part of your argument is, and now you want to disavow your argument. Part of your argument is, well, we was always eating this, and we used to be 150 and 160 years old, and then we started degenerating. This is part of your argument.
No, what you didn't say that right now. No, what you're doing right now is trying to mislead people by taking what I said out of context.
Go back and listen to you said that.
No. All right, listen, I'm going to tell you what I said, and I'm going to explain to you how I said it again so you can stop this foolishness. This is called
it's foolish. I'm making all this up. I'm pulling this out of the air.
What you said, listen, because you said it tonight again. So I'll say it again, and the people listening will understand it tonight the same way they understood it Monday night.
Yeah, please.
You said that this vegan diet is originated by Europeans and the
No,
PETA
I didn't say that. I said it is popularized. It is popularized here. And the vegan diet is popularized here.
No, you said it was
let me be quiet. Tell me what I said. I'm listening.
You said it was started by them, and you said we're following them, and it's recorded so people can listen back to the show.
Yes, that's what I said. That's exactly what I said.
Okay,
that's exactly what I said.
What I was doing was pointing out to you, and you were the one who said it. I asked you, who wrote the Bible? You said, well, they copied the Bible, but all the original stories in the Bible are from the original black folks that inherited and populated those areas.
Mm-hmm.
I said, okay, so are you familiar with Genesis chapter 1? And you said what? I said, right there where God lays out a vegetarian diet, and specifically tells Adam to eat the fruit bearing seeds from the trees, which means, and what I was doing was, I wasn't saying that the Bible is an authority. I wasn't using that to lay out any premise except for letting you know and the listening audience know that this is not something that Europeans and PETA just came up with, because Europeans and the people who started PETA, which are Europeans, came from a mountainous region where they didn't have fruit. They ate each other. They ate their children. They ate their brother. Okay.
Well,
what they started.
They didn't grow grapes in Italy. They didn't. Where the grapes come from? There's no grapes. No fruit in Europe.
Europeans started the sole-tarian diet.
No fruit in Europe.
Not in the mountains where they're from. No. What they started was the sole-tarian diet that you and your organization are now following. They started devouring the souls of other living creatures.
Wrong.
No.
How you going to sit up here? First of all, the Adam and Eve
story. They weren't devouring the souls of other living creatures.
First of all, the Adam and Eve story is not even dealing with the black man and black woman. that's not dealing with them because that's an origin. All right, black people
don't
have.
I didn't say all I did was just give you a reference.
Then you can't give that as a reference because that's not applying to us. How are you giving that as a reference?
No. What you said, and you are the one who said that was written by black folks.
No, I didn't say that.
Said that.
I said that. No, I didn't say that. I said it was written by white people who took stories. No, I said. No.
Hold on.
I said. You asked me. That's not what you said. That's not what was said.
Hold on, just
you
listen.
said. You said the Bible. No, I'm gonna quote you exactly what you said.
Where they can go
you
back
said
to
the Bible.
Give people the link so they could go back to the show.
No, I'm gonna give them the link. I'm gonna give them the link so they can listen exactly what was said. Exactly. Exactly. On the Abundance Network, listen to what was said. He said, Bible, written by black folks and white people. I said, written by, hold on. I said, no, I'm telling you what I said.
There was a fruitarian diet before
I know. The people
folks.
that popularized the fruitarian diet, you didn't start eating no fruit and none of that stuff. Well, if that's the case, wait a minute. Wait a minute.
You can't run from your own words.
Wait a minute.
Stop running from your own words.
Wait a minute. No, I'm not running from anything.
From your own
words. You're playing games. Here it is.
I'm not playing games.
If you saying,
I'm having a conversation
you're using. Wait
I'm having a conversation.
Wait a minute. No. You said to me. You said.
And this is
Bible.
good. This is a demonstration of how the elders, such as yourself, have to learn from the youth.
Hold on. Wait. Nah, you ain't. Come on. Knock it off. No, you're not. You're not. Come on. You didn't even know the difference between fish and animals. Come on. How you gonna tell me anything? All right. First of all, you said Bible. Written by black people or white people. And I said, hold on. You laughed at me when I said fish. You laughed at me when I said fish and birds are reptiles. And it's a proven fact that they are reptiles.
They're not amphibians? Fish are not amphibians.
Reptiles.
Can I get you on the record on your show?
That's fine. They're reptiles, but they're traced to the reptiles. That's fine. But they're traced to the reptiles. I said that's fine. They are, but they're traced to the reptiles.
Okay.
They are linked to reptiles.
On Monday.
They are traced to the reptiles. That was my thing. They come out of fish and birds are reptiles. Anything with scales, anything with feathers are reptiles. They are classified as reptiles, not animals.
Hold on. But
now, hold on.
But if you look at
when you said, hold on, I'm gonna say this. I want to bring back this Bible thing because how can you? I don't know how you're gonna utilize the Bible. Huh?
If you look at your skin up close, you got scales.
Yeah, we got reptilian in us, brother. Yeah.
Okay, so that we're reptiles too, or we almond raw beans? Or we almond
we got reptile in us. Yeah, we do.
So we
got reptile in us. Yeah, we got reptile in us. We got reptile in us. Yeah, we got reptile in us. We got reptile in us.
Yes or no?
Yes, we are. We got reptile in us.
All right,
we got reptile in us. We got reptile in us. That's why your skin sheds. That's why your skin flakes. Yeah.
Listen, you the
same. Well, okay, I know because the white man didn't say it. It's funny. Now, like I said, when he approves the fruitarian diet, when he approves the vegan diet, when he comes and you push up his things about science, then it's okay because that's how y'all cats work. Like I said, when the white man say it, y'all all on board. Nuben Menkarre say it, it's funny until I have to get the white man as an authority to prove that or say that. That's how that works. See, because black people, here's the thing with black people. Black people are not pioneers worth a damn. Not today's black people. Not today's black people. Y'all didn't come by this fruitarian diet. You didn't come by this vegan diet because out of the blue y'all said, hey, you know what? I'm going to start eating fruitarian and vegan. No, you were following a craze just like hip-hop and just like everything else y'all do in society. You was following the vegan thing because it's popular. Through the Peter people, when they utilize people like Erykah Badu, people like Russell Simmons, your father of hip-hop, who he calls himself, who created this whole terminology of a hip-hop community. And y'all following that same thing. So knock it off with the whole thing about, we doing it because it came out of the Bible. Stop it. You ain't got nothing to do with nobody. If that's the case, why didn't you have this? If this was the case, wait a minute. If it was the case, wait a minute.
If this was the case.
Wait a minute. If this was the case, I'm making a statement. If this was the case, why didn't you all of a sudden pick up the vegan diet or the fruitarian diet when it wasn't popular 10 damn years ago? Why was y'all doing it? Why all of a sudden now when it's so popular?
I was a raw foodist 10 years ago.
Yeah, really? With 200 pounds on you?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Whatever. Okay. I'm gonna take a call. Let me get some fresh.
Hold on.
Yeah.
I never gave you a date on when I was 260. And number one, That's number one. And number two, I didn't say that we're following this diet because it's in the Bible. See, that's why I had to repeat myself so you don't listen. You just wait for your turn to talk again. No, you don't.
I do listen.
What I
why
told
would you bring that up?
was that
you
the
say, why would
only
you bring up
reason
the whole thing?
I'm going to tell you why. If you stop talking for a second, I'm going to tell you why. And I'm going to tell the listening audience why. I said the only reason why I mentioned Genesis chapter 1, verse 29 is because you said that the Europeans created this diet and that Peter created this diet, and that's the only reference that we have for it because we're following Peter and the white man. And I gave you that reference. I just gave you that reference.
No, I asked you, where's these black people? Where's this group of black people? I didn't ask you for Adam and Eve.
All right.
Because that story's question. Where is these black people at who was following this diet? Where's these tribes and groups of black people? Give me the names of the dynasties. Give me the people.
Listen.
No, it's not no aggression. It's not. I'm not aggressive. I'm not aggressive about anything.
The reptiles that you're consuming were killed in fear, and the fear translated to adrenaline at the moment of their death. And when you're consuming these reptiles, you're consuming.
Was you there when they were killed?
I don't.
How can you make that statement?
I don't need to be there to know.
Then you can't make that statement about how they were killed. You can't make that statement. You wasn't there.
Oh, so what you're saying is that there are species of reptiles that were put on this planet so that you and your organization could eat them?
Yes.
Okay.
And we enjoyed it.
All right.
And we enjoyed it. And we
enjoyed
it.
Let's take some
and
callers.
We enjoyed it.
All
We're
right,
not sitting around here eating up a bunch of monkey food. Anyway.
Let's take some callers.
Let's take some callers. All right. Mr. 718, you on the air.
Hello?
Yeah.
Hey, what's up, Mr. Minjaz?
Hey, how you doing, Mr. Minjaz?
Yeah. How you doing, Mr. Inky?
How you doing, Mr. Minjaz?
Yes. Yeah, I've been listening to the conversation, and one thing about vegetarians, well, first of all, I have to say that there's certain things about, the flesh diet that's not good. There's things about the vegetarian diet that's not good.
There's certain things about There's certain things about which diet that's not good?
I said
the flesh diet?
Yeah.
Well, hold on. Just because I want you to be correct, is that flesh diet, when you say that, is that also applicable to the reptile diet, or flesh doesn't really mean reptiles?
No, we're talking about, we're referring to the beef and the lamb and the pigs.
Okay. I want you to talk about reptiles this evening. So let's stick to reptiles. None of us on this call eat beef, lamb, and all that. So let's not discuss that this evening. This evening, we should only discuss reptiles and fruits and vegetables.
Ostrich provides essential amino acids and protein for strength.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm sorry, bro. I don't want to cut you off, but I just want you to be in tune with what's going on.
Yeah, it does have a strong immune system. And speaking of the grains, but we're not telling people to eat that all the time. This is something like, you could get once in a while. And we do advocate the herbs and also alkaline grains like the quinoa, the spelt, the ⴑ So it's not.
Okay, hold on.
We're not advocating
are not alkaline greens. Hold on. Quinoa and spelt are not greens.
So now, when you're saying quinoa and spelt are alkaline grains?
Grain. He said grain. He didn't say green. He said grain.
Okay.
Grains.
All right, good.
Okay. But the quinoa grows into a plant though, but that's just the seed of it. And also the amaranth, those are things that'll give you nutrients as well as, as far as the red clover, the burdock root, you know what I'm saying? And we're not saying, but one of the things that we see mostly about the vegan diet, that we notice that a lot of them smoke and they drink. So it seems like it's a void that they're missing. As far as a lot of the ones that, we miss.
People that eat fish and eat birds do not smoke and drink.
No.
Right?
No,
I didn't say that. Well,
no, that just seemed to be. That seemed to be a staple. What I'm saying is for people. Well, hold on. Let me say this: for people who claim to be all about health and whatnot, all these people who claim to be vegans and about health, I see a lot of people smoking weed, smoking cigarettes. Certain people taking ecstasy, who I'm not going to go in. Certain people doing certain things, but yet they claim they was following a vegan and vegetarian diet. You know what I mean? Well, I'm not going to say because they already know who they are. You know what I'm saying? Yet they want to get up on a goddamn soapbox and talk about, oh, the vegan diet is the best diet.
Well, listen, hold on. All I can do is speak for myself, and I don't smoke cigarettes, I don't take ecstasy, and I don't smoke weed, nor do I indulge in tobacco or alcohol. And what I will say is that...
But a lot of your vegan brothers do. A lot of your vegan and fruit... Yeah.
That's fine. So what?
Yeah, but I'm saying, like I said, how do I take these people seriously when they come with this madness about, this is the best diet?
That still does not change the facts of the basic diet. So you still are not addressing the issue of whether the diet is healthier or not.
No, it's not.
What you're saying is that because people smoke and drink, that means that the vegan diet is bad.
No, I didn't say that. I said that. No, that's not what I said. That's not what I said. I said, how am I going to take seriously a group of people who claiming that they about health and eating a vegan diet and they smoking weed and cigarettes and drinking liquor? That's what I said.
Okay, and another thing, as far as
this group of people that I represent don't do that.
Really?
Yes.
Really? Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
I know that myself and Dr. Ali Muhammad do not smoke, drink, or take ecstasy pills.
Okay, as far as the soy is concerned and the tofu, now, they have all these you got fake vegan meat, so...
We don't eat soy and tofu.
Right. No, not you, but see, this is the thing when we categorize vegan because, some people explain vegan a different way and they include different things in their diet.
But hold on,
you got other people...
Let me tell you, though, but let me just stop you there for a second. Because our conversation did not start with that. You see? Now, y'all got the Batman and Robin thing happening where y'all both trying to distract
Batman and Robin. I'm not saying nothing. I'm not saying nothing. I'm listening.
The main conversation was he said that fast food was healthier than fruits and vegetables.
Fast food? When did he say that?
That's what his post, that's where his whole conversation started. And then he continued to say that fish and ostrich is healthier than eating fruit and vegetables. So our conversation is about fish and ostrich, reptiles, being healthier for almond beings or people to eat than fruits and vegetables. Not
it
soy,
depends too,
not tofu, not lamb, not ecstasy pills, not weed, not...
But cauliflower and celery, that's considered vegetables too. And those are not necessarily good for the body either. Like cauliflower, celery, beets. Those are vegetables.
Cauliflower and celery, listen, cauliflower and celery both are still much healthier to eat than ostrich.
Oh, really? Okay.
Cauliflower and celery.
Beyond a shadow of a doubt. Let me ask you a question.
Really?
If a person ostrich only, if a person
I didn't say only. You keep saying only.
No, I'm
saying only.
Because I'm giving you a question. If a person just ate ostrich from the time they was born, right, versus a person who just eats celery from the time they born, which one of those beings, the almond beings, do you think is going to get sick first?
Oh, I wouldn't know because I don't know. I don't know too much of anything. Well, too much of anything will make you sick. Too much of anything will make you sick. You can drink water. You can drink too much water, and you can mess up your kidney and your bladder drinking too much water. So if you hold on, if you eat too much of anything, wait a minute. If you eat too much of anything, see, you keep saying ostrich. Like I said, you key in on something that sounds uncanny to you.
Because what y'all trying to do is
you focusing on that.
Y'all keep saying Dr. Sebi name, right? And I'm going to tell you, Dr. Sebi would be insulted at y'all mixing his name up with eating fish and ostrich.
No, I didn't. First of all, Dr. Sebi,
fish and birds.
Hold on. First of all, Dr. Sebi was championing an alkaline diet, not a vegan diet. First of all, let's get that straight. He said an alkaline diet, not a vegan diet.
So
he had a lot to say about you so-called vegans and fruitarians.
Hold on. So in his diet, he outlines that you should also eat fish and ostrich, is what you're saying.
Well, I know one thing. He did say something about fish in his diet. Talking about his wife wanted him to eat a piece of fish. So I know he did include fish somewhere in his diet. I know he did mention that. I did hear that. And I didn't say,
hold
on, wait a minute.
One time for dinner, or that he includes that in his diet plan?
I said we took certain things that we found to be beneficial from Dr. Sebi's diet. Did I say that Dr. Sebi verbatim agreed with everything we did or followed the same things we did? No, I did not. Neither does he champion your vegan or fruitarian diet.
And one thing we did also hear Dr. Sebi
and let me give you the rundown on some of these uric acid foods real quick. Just if you give me a chance. Your uric acid foods, the things that are high in uric acid. Your chicken, your turkey, your salmon, your cauliflower, your broccoli, beans, carrots, lentils, dates, pineapples, kiwi, pork, beef, liver, pretty much any enzyme type, any animal with organs, right? Organ meats like lamb and things like that, ox, potatoes, peas.
Wait a minute, fish don't have organs? Hold on, fish don't have organs?
No. Animals. Fish are not animals. I thought we established that already, Minister Inky. We got to go back.
Do fish have organs, yes or no?
No, I said animals.
No, they don't have organs.
Animals.
Fish don't have organs.
Yeah, I said animals.
Fish have organs. Because you
said
yes,
that's fine. Yeah, they do. They do. So, yeah, okay, so what? Okay, I said they do.
Fish have organs.
I said they do.
Cool.
I said
All
they
right,
do.
Proceed.
I said certain fish don't bleed, right? Certain ones you cut open is just organs.
Now listen, hold on.
Wait a minute. Let me finish my list. Potatoes, peas, carrots, spinach, asparagus, mushroom, soybean, navy, and kidney beans. These are all things that are high in uric acid. Yet you come and you claim that only the meats are producing uric acid in the stomach.
That's not true.
So you agree with me about the carrots and the lentils and all this stuff, right?
Absolutely. And anybody that knows me knows when I deal with their nutrition, I take them off of all of those things.
Okay, so that's not...
Now,
okay.
Hold on.
That's right. You did
now,
switch. You just fruitarian now.
Do you know how uric acid is produced?
Do I know how uric acid is produced?
Yes.
No, you tell me. How is uric acid produced?
Okay. So hold on.
I don't pretend to know everything about uric acid. I don't pretend to know everything.
But I'm saying
I'm listening. I see. I'm man enough. See, unlike certain people, I'm man enough to admit when I don't know certain things. Enlighten me, please.
All right. So let's just say this. I'm not going to take advantage of the fact that you don't know.
Enlighten me. Enlighten me. I want you to. Enlighten me.
I'm just going to say, I was getting ready to take advantage of this little moment.
No, please take advantage of me. Enlighten me. Don't feel like you're taking advantage. Enlighten the crowd on how uric acid is produced.
Please. So I am going to do that. But what I was going to say is I was going to have a few little fun with you before I enlighten the crowd. But since you're being a gentleman about the fact that you don't know it, I won't have any fun.
Offhand, no, I don't. Offhand, I don't. Okay. I knew it was produced. I know it was produced, and it causes gallstones and things like that when it's too much flowing through the urethra and things like that. And that much I know.
No, urethra. No. All right, just stop. I got you.
Okay. Yeah.
Your liver is the largest organ in your body because its job, amongst many other jobs, is to convert ammonia into uric acid, send that to the kidneys, then to the bladder so we can get that out of the body. Ammonia is produced in the body anytime you add nitrogen with hydrogen. That's the formula for ammonia. Okay? So you produce uric acid anytime you break down a substance that's high in nitrogen.
Okay.
Fish, reptiles are some of the highest. In fact, fish are higher in nitrogen than all those animals you just labeled. You just listed.
Wrong. Certain fish. We don't eat every fish.
Okay,
we don't eat every fish. Whiting is not.
Are not high in nitrogen.
Whiting
is not. And how do you know that?
Because we studied it. We studied what we eat before. What?
Where at? Where?
What do you mean where at? What do you mean where at? And like I
want you to say where. I'm just asking you, where did you get the information?
It's a scientific fact. Because they have a list of fish.
Let me tell you what you don't get to do with me. This is what you don't get to do with me. You don't get to have your cake and eat it too. Meaning, when I say something's a scientific fact, you don't get to say, "Oh, yeah, how? Because the white man said so." Because
No.
Then you get to turn around and say something is a scientific fact, and you want to hide where you got the fact because
I'm not hiding anything. I read it. I read it just like you read your information. I read it just like you read your information. Hold on. Wait a minute. Stop. I read it just like you read your information. That's what we got it from on the breakdown of the. Wait a minute. Let's back it up a minute, because you're gonna go and you're gonna take this into a long train ride here. Let me say something. I didn't have a problem. No. I didn't have a problem. Wait a minute. I didn't have a problem. Wait a minute. I didn't have a problem. I did not have a problem with you using scientific facts or whatever you know from Europeans or whoever. I didn't have a problem with you doing that. What I had a problem with, and what I said is that when you go and you marry onto this craze of the fruitarian diet and the vegan diet, because they started that, they made it popular here. That's what I said. I didn't say they started. I said they popularized it here, and they started the fad going. That's the problem I have. That's the thing I have a problem with. Like I said, I'm not going to sit here and lie and say I didn't read up on certain things. Yeah, I did read up on certain things. Do I know everything? No, I do not. I will never be the first one to say it, and neither do you. Neither do you. We all learn it. We continually learn it. However,
can you do me one favor? I'm sorry. Somebody just came through with a little quick emergency. Just hold on for 1 second.
All right.
It's going to be less than a minute. I just got to elaborate this text message to somebody, and as I don't want to miss what you're saying. As I'm listening. Hold on. God damn, yo. Shit, this shit.
Well, let me open the line up for another call while you read your text message. Like you still. Hold on. I'm opening up the line for another call.
All right.
302, you're on the air. 302? 302, you're on the air. 302. Nothing from 302. Okay. 917.
Hey.
How you doing?
How's it going?
How you doing?
Pretty good. Is this Brother Newbin?
Yes, it is.
Okay. I've been listening to everything here, and I got a couple questions for Brother Minister ᴠᴇᴛ. Minister ᴠᴇᴛ, correct?
Hold on, he's reading a text message.
Yeah, I mean, because we need to really get to the bottom of all this stuff that has been said, and a lot of the things that's been said is really erroneous and wrong. So we need to really rectify a lot of these things that he's telling a lot of people that's just not 100% right.
Yeah, and then I think you should just take a brief break just for a little bit, man. You know, play a little music for a few minutes and come back.
No. I want to ask him a question. Is he on?
He stepped away from it. He's taking a text.
Oh, he stepped away from it. Yeah.
I'm gonna say this. You know, and
there's a lot of confusion out now.
No, it shouldn't be a lot of confusion because I'm gonna say this again. I'm gonna say this again. Hold on. Let me just say this. I'm not saying, and I don't know where this is coming from. I'm not saying eat ostrich and whatnot. I'm not saying eat it as a regular thing. I'm not saying that. Too much of anything is no good. All right?
Right.
Too much of anything is no good. And the so-called vegan and vegetarian diets, and I'll give Minister ᴠᴇᴛ a chance to come back and expound, because I don't want to get too ahead. I don't want to be accused of, throwing uppercuts and jabs and saying things and then, not giving people a chance to respond. So, I'm going to say that too much of any one thing, because you have sources that we need in all types of food sources. We have sources of minerals and vitamins in every food source. A lot of people tend to eat this vegan or vegetarian diet or whatever vegan diet, this fruitarian diet, tend to be malnutritioned, right? A lot of things they're missing from their diet.
Hello?
So, yeah.
Am I still on the air?
You're still on the air.
Yes, you are, and so am I.
Okay, well, go ahead. Ask your question to Minister ᴠᴇᴛ. Go ahead.
Yes, you can. Minister ᴠᴇᴛ, you're vegan, aren't you?
Yes, I am. That's the general term, but I only eat fruit right now. Right now, I'm all fruit.
one quick question for you, since you're vegan.
You don't have one quick question, so don't pretend that you only have one quick question. Come on, I can hear it in your voice.
Come on, you're going to come on. Come on.
This is not about
come on, let me and him do it, because he wants to do something. Right. I want to do it with him.
I didn't go on this line to argue with you. I want to know, as a vegan, where do you get your 8 essential amino acids from? I'm here to listen.
You can get amino acids, which are proteins, from grapes, from apples, from pineapples, from pears, from cherries. All fruits and all vegetables all have amino acids.
Okay, let me correct you.
All fruits. Right? Hold on, listen. I want to say it again. Hold on. Listen.
As a doctor, I'm a doctor, right?
Okay.
I'm a doctor. Let's get this straight. All right.
Okay, hold on. Let me ask you a question. Hold on.
Let me finish. No, I'm a physician. All right. So I'm going to set the record straight on this line.
Listen,
all right.
You don't get to run. Hold on, listen.
There's no. You're going to let me.
Well, let's have some decorum here, please.
You talk over me.
Please, let's have some decorum here, please. Please, let's have some decorum.
So you ask me a question, and now I'm going to ask you a question.
Let him ask you a question, because Minister Inky ain't going to let it go. Let him ask you a question.
Let one person speak and let the audience
listen. I want to ask you a question, Doctor. How many years did you spend in school, in medical school, and out of that time in medical school, how much time did you guys spend on nutrition?
Okay, first of all, I was a vegetarian by the age of 13.
Hold on, why didn't you answer my question? Can you answer my question? Can you answer my question?
I've been studying nutrition all my life. All right.
Hold on. How long did you spend in medical school to become a doctor? And out of that time, how much time did they devote to nutrition?
It's not about being a doctor is a lifetime study. So it's not about how much time that I studied in medical school.
Go back to your question now. All right, I got my answer.
It's
now
a
we can go back to you.
Study,
what's your next question?
Every day I'm learning new cutting-edge stuff. All right? And
Okay,
if something's wrong, it's wrong. So let's go back to my question. To answer my question, since you couldn't answer it correctly,
I answered it correctly. Hold on.
Listen,
my friend. Right now could Google
I'm going to talk now. I'm not going to talk over you. You do a good job of talking over Brother Newman, and I don't like it. Because part of education...
Please defend Brother Newman.
Part of learning and education...
Anybody with a computer
I can hold my own, brother. Thank you, brother. I can hold my own, but go ahead. Let answer the question. I can hold my own, but go ahead.
He's not going to let me finish talking.
Of course not. Go ahead.
I'm not going to let you say nothing that's incorrect. Now,
of course. Well, why don't you be quiet and listen? Let him see. Let's see if it's correct. Let him get it out. How you going to decide whether it's incorrect or correct if you're not letting him answer?
Because what he's doing is changing what I said into something else.
Well, can we hear it? Can we hear it and decide? Can we hear it? Go ahead.
The fact of the matter is, it's impossible from the all-vegan diet to get all 8 of the essential amino acids that the body needs. If you want to get the 8 essential amino acids, you have to have some form of B12 in your diet. You cannot get that unless you have animal products. Now, let's go back to the other argument that he had earlier about gorillas, and there's a big...
Hold on, because you're getting ready to jump around from statement to statement.
No, I'm gonna.
Why are you not letting him finish and then you... Minister Inky, hold on. Let him finish and then you could go. He didn't interrupt you when you made your statement. Let him finish.
Let him answer the...
If he's wrong, then you can correct it. Hold on. Let him finish. All right? Let him make his statement. Wait a minute. Let him make his statement. But wait a minute. Let him make his statement because we're not coming up here jumping on people who calling in. Let him finish with his statement. Then you could go ahead and say what you're going to say because he didn't interrupt you. Go ahead.
For many years, Brother Newman, and the medical...
Come on, you're not letting him... Come on, brother. Come on. Let's go. Go ahead.
For many years in the medical community, we felt and we believe that gorillas only ate vegetarians and that they were vegans, okay? And that's one of the greatest misconceptions because when you look at a gorilla's diet, you find that gorillas also eat insects and they eat larvae, and many of them also eat bird eggs, like you were talking about birds, all right? So gorillas get some of their protein from the insects and from the larvae of different animals and stuff like that. And even chimpanzees also eat bird eggs. So you can't talk about an all-vegan diet. It's unnatural, okay? The animals,
gorillas
most of the animals have to get their amino acids from the insects and so forth. Now, the exception with the gorilla is, unlike the human digestive system, you can research all this stuff for yourself, gorillas are able to create the amino acids with their own digestive system, but they still eat the insects, they still eat the larvae, and they still eat the bird eggs for proteins, all right? Human beings are not able, we do not have a dynamic digestive system like gorillas, so therefore it is impossible for us to get all 8 amino acids unless we have some sort of animal protein from B12, or unless we're pretty much eating different animal products, fish, like Brother Newbin was talking about, and a lot of these other meats have the B12, which is essential. Now, when you don't have that, what happens is your body, it actually stuns your growth. If you don't get B12 in your diet, it stuns your growth. If you don't get your 8 amino acids, it stuns your growth and it makes you very short. And that's all I have to say. You can research all this stuff for yourself.
Listen. Now look what you're doing, Newbin. Now you're going to let him say his piece and now he's going to run.
No, he ain't going nowhere. He's going to listen to you now. He's not. Now it's your turn. I have to do this like children. Now it's your turn. Go ahead.
Now, what you said was absolutely erroneous, and what I want to ask you for the record is, what is a melanocyte?
A melanocyte?
Yes.
You're saying melanocyte, but it's called melanocyte.
Are you trying to say melanocyte? Is that what you're trying to say? As in melanin? Is that what you're trying to say?
No, not as in melanin. I'm asking the doctor. Just relax. Let the doctor handle himself.
Well, melanin is something that you get melanin with the absorption of vitamin D, okay? Being in the sunlight.
You get melanin with the absorption of vitamin D?
Listen. Blacks and Middle Eastern people, darker people, have more melanocytes than whites. That's a fact. All right?
Okay. All right.
What else do you want to ask me?
No, but that's not what I was asking you. I'm asking you, what is it, because I want you to tell me what it does in the body.
Melanin is what absorbs the vitamin D. That's what melanin is. And melanin is more concentrated.
Melanin absorbs vitamin D? Hold on. You're saying that melanin absorbs vitamin D.
Melanin is your melanocytes, okay? You have
Hold on, I'm asking you, I just want to clarify. Are you saying that melanin absorbs vitamin D?
Melanin is what allows the body to help process the vitamin D that enters into the body. Yes.
Okay, what is vitamin D? Where does vitamin D come from?
Where does vitamin D come from? It comes from certain foods and different things that you eat. Here's where you get vitamin D. If you have a vitamin D deficiency,
it comes from things that we eat. If we got vitamin D from things that we ate, what would the role of the melanocyte be in processing the food that we eat for vitamin D?
Listen, there are tons of different foods where you get vitamin D. For example, salmon has vitamin D. Okay, there are a lot of canned foods where you get vitamin D.
Where does salmon get vitamin D from?
Where does salmon get vitamin D from?
Yes.
From plants.
Salmon gets vitamin D from plants. Okay.
Yeah, from eating plants, correct.
All right.
Yes.
Let me rewind you back, and let me ask you again. What does the melanocyte do in the body? What does melanin do in a body?
Listen, melanin in the body is what protects the body. It's very dynamic because, as a fact, it gives the skin its color. It's also it gives it everything, the pigmentation.
Okay, let me just stop you because you don't listen. Hold on, listen. You're stumbling and you don't sound good. So let me stop you. Hold on, let me stop you because you're stumbling and you don't sound good. So let's go back to the origin of minerals. Where do minerals come from on this planet?
Where do minerals come from on this planet?
Yes, where do minerals come from? How do they get here? Where do minerals come from? Don't sound confused. Where do minerals come from? I'm going to tell you. Just answer the question, and if you don't know the answer, say you don't know.
Sunlight is what
generates
minerals.
Do not answer for him. I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to him.
Okay.
Where does minerals come from?
Where does minerals come from? Minerals come from the earth over time. You know, you get minerals from different rocks. They're formed over time from elements, etc. You have all these different elements.
That's wrong.
Listen,
it's wrong. Minerals come from sunlight, like he just said, and he told you the answer, and you still didn't get it. Minerals come from sunlight. This is the reason why I asked you. This is the reason why I asked you, what does a melanocyte do in the body, and what is melanin? Melanin, like chlorophyll, allows an organism to take sunlight and transform that sunlight into minerals and vitamins.
Well, first of all, melanin is what helps you metabolize amino acids. Do you know what tyrosine is? Tell me what tyrosine is.
Hold on. See, you're wrong. Listen, you're wrong. Tyrosine, listen, relax. Tyrosine is one of the things, tyrosine is like organic copper. Tyrosine is one of the precursors to melanin production. Melanin doesn't process tyrosine. Tyrosine is part of the process that leads to melanin creation. So you're wrong.
Listen.
No, you're wrong. Listen, you're wrong.
Chemical, okay? It's formed as a part of a process of metabolizing amino acids called tyrosine. All right?
No, you're wrong. And anybody with a computer can Google search it and see that tyrosine is part of the process leading up to melanin.
How is melanin formed?
Melanin is formed from a melanocyte. See, we're not going to play semantics where I ask you a question. Where I ask you a question and then you don't know the answer, and so you turn around and ask me the question and get me to answer it for you.
Melanin is formed as a part of a process of metabolizing amino acid called tyrosine.
No, it's
not. That's a fact.
No, it's not. Melanin metabolizes sunlight. This is why people that do not have melanin, if they stand out in the sunlight, they get cancer. No, listen. So that you can learn something. Listen so that you can learn something.
What about this melanin that you were talking about?
Okay, listen. Put his line on mute because I'm the guest and he needs to listen.
It's a shame.
Hello.
This guy knows nothing about medicine.
Wait a minute.
And I'm not here on mute.
Hold on.
I think you've been reading some of these books by some of these Egyptian people, but obviously you don't know anything about basic science, my friend.
No, obviously you don't. Because the reason why somebody that does not have melanin, which is dark skin, can stand in the sunlight and get cancer versus somebody that has dark skin can stand out in the sunlight and get energy.
There's no such thing as melanin.
No. Newman, if you don't mute his line and get this call under control.
Hold on. Wait a minute. Nobody's going to dominate any conversations here. Nobody's going to... Hold on. People are asking questions.
I'm going to dominate the conversation.
Wait a minute. People are asking questions, and we're trying to go, and we're trying to show respect to one another here, where people are asking questions,
when I'm talking,
and people are trying to... Wait a minute. Stop. Both of y'all. That go for both of y'all. Hold on.
No, it doesn't go for both of us because he's a caller and I'm the guest.
Okay, but he's asking you, but that don't mean you're gonna overtalk nobody neither. That don't mean you're gonna overtalk nobody. You gotta, like I said, just like he's respecting you to listen to you, and he lets you go on, and you do this, he lets you go on. Wait a minute. Wait, he is respecting you. He listened to you, and he didn't interrupt you.
Yes, he
didn't interrupt you.
He's been doing it the whole time. Listen,
no, you know. Everybody does. Everybody listen. Hold on. Everybody listens, and like I said, if you have something to say, like I said, I would like people to have enough respect to be silent while people are speaking. That goes on both sides. Can we do this?
All right. So like I was saying then, the reason why a European such as yourself can go out in the sunlight.
Actually, I'm black. I'm not European.
Okay.
All right?
I'm not European. I'm black.
I'm insulted. I'm insulted. I'm really insulted.
Good. Be insulted.
If you want to stereotype.
Let him finish. Stop. Let him finish.
Yeah.
Right.
Go ahead.
Yeah, but I got one question
reason
for
the
you.
Europeans...
Let him finish. Let him finish, brother. Let Minister Inky finish. Let Minister Inky finish his point. Go ahead.
The reason why somebody without dark skin, if they stand out in the sunlight, they will get skin cancer is because they don't have the type of melanin in their skin that can process the sunlight at the speed that it's hitting their body. Somebody with dark skin with an abundance of eumelanin in their skin can process that sunlight and transform that sunlight into usable nutrients such as vitamin D and B vitamins. This is why I was asking you about vitamin D, and your answer was wrong. Vitamin D is produced by cholesterol, natural cholesterol floating around in the bloodstream in conjunction with the converted light through the melanin that are sitting on top of the keratinocytes, which are the adult stem cells that make up your skin. Now, anyone with a computer can Google search everything that I'm saying to make sure that what I'm saying is accurate versus what you're saying. Okay?
Well, you sounds like you're rounding from what I discussed. I approached the questions of amino acids, and you couldn't. You just started faltering when we started talking. You started talking about melanin.
I told you that melanin does not process amino acids. I told you melanin processes
what does melanin
sunlight.
have to do with your argument about being a vegetarian is such a healthy, more conscious thing? And you're totally wrong.
No, because what you're saying is that we have to get. No, I'm going to tell you why. Because you're saying that we have to get certain vitamins from animals. And what I'm telling you is that Europeans, they have to get certain vitamins from certain animals because they cannot make them in their body from the sunlight.
There's no medical. First of all, my friend, there's no biological basis for raising.
Stop. One at a time.
You're talking over me again.
One at a time.
Every time I back you into a corner, you want to start talking over me. My premise is simple. Europeans cannot produce vitamins and minerals with sunlight.
We've known this.
People,
I knew this
highly melanated people can do that.
You're telling me something that I knew as a black man. You're telling me something that's a moot point. You're telling me something that my mother taught me when I was in first grade.
And you obviously got it brainwashed out of your brain when you went to medical school and forgot it. If you got on here to tell us about B vitamins, because B vitamins.
You start talking about vitamin D vitamins when it's.
Well, let me ask something. Let me ask something because we got other calls on the line. Let me take before we Let me ask something. Do East Indians have the same melanin as black people? Minister Inky.
What do you mean? Do East Indians have the same melanin as black people?
Yeah, do they?
There's eumelanin, there's pheomelanin.
There's no such thing as
people
eumelanin.
with brown
to
black skin.
There's no such thing as eumelanin. Stop.
No such thing as that.
No such thing. Stop.
No such thing.
Don't do that. There's no such thing as eumelanin.
Anybody with a computer can look up eumelanin and they can look up pheomelanin.
EU melanin? EU.
Yes, sir.
We did. Sir. There's no such thing, brother.
Anybody with a computer can Google search eumelanin, pheomelanin. Y'all are making fools of yourself right now.
Okay, eumelanin. And who has this eumelanin, brother?
People with darker skin have eumelanin, and people with light skin, such as Europeans, have pheomelanin.
That's why I asked you, do East Indians and black people have the same melanin in their skin?
Eumelanin is selenium-based. Pheomelanin is sulfur-based.
I asked you, do East Indians, they're dark, right? Dark East Indians and black people, they have the same melanin, as you call it, in their skin, in their makeup?
They obviously have eumelanin, which is what I'm telling you, because they are brown to black skin.
So you mean to tell me they look the same? That melanin is the same? That's what you're telling me?
I'm telling you that the melanin.
In other words, if I put you next to an East Indian, I'm not going to be able to tell the difference because the melanin is the same, right?
No, because you'll be able to tell the difference by our phenotype, the structure of our face, our head, our nose, our cheekbone structure, our lips.
No, that's not. No. Wrong. Wrong. You could put no. You could put no. You could put an East Indian, right? And you could look at the color on an East Indian, right? And you could look at the so-called color on a black man, and anybody could see that those colors are different. It's not the same.
That's incorrect.
It's not. I don't know what you're looking at. I don't know what you're looking at.
That's absolutely incorrect.
You don't, like I said, because you got. I know an East Indian.
Hold on. Let me just be sure in case I'm unsure of something. When you say East Indians, you're talking about Indians from India, right?
Yeah.
Okay. In India, you have people that are white that are Indians, and then you have all the way the class of people that used to be named untouchables, which are jet black, even darker than me. So you have a wide range of dark-skinned people in India, and some of them you will not be able to distinguish their skin from black people in America just looking at the skin. The way you would tell an Indian from a black person is the hair, the bones, the face structure, the head structure, the nose, the lips, etc.
That is so false.
Okay.
Like I said, I don't know what you're looking at. And you
listen,
think wait a minute.
And you think the East Indian hear it.
You think the East Indian, you think the complexion in the East Indian, dark as, I don't care how dark they are. I've seen dark, jet black looking East Indians, and I've seen black, so-called black people stand together. Then look at. I don't have to look at their eyes. Don't have to look at anything. They could be wearing a cap on their head. I don't have to see the head type. And I think anybody in the listening audience can clearly see and know the difference between what they're looking at in skin type, phenotype, or whatever you want to refer to, melanocyte. They can tell the difference between an East Indian.
Ask the doctor what's the phenotype.
Say again now?
Ask the doctor what's the phenotype.
Okay, what's the phenotype, doctor?
The phenotype is basically a certain type of genes that a group of people have.
A genetic marker.
Phenotype and genotypes for people.
Not genotype, phenotype.
Well, there are differences in phenotypes. It depends on what you're talking about. You know, there's certain things that you can look at and observe in people. It just really depends on what you're talking about.
Can you just give them the specifics?
What? Black hair. I mean,
hold on. Let me get another call because we got like 50 minutes to go on. People are on the line. Let me get another call in. Hold on. Let me get another call in because I'm gonna try to make this somewhat of a group discussion. Please don't. The people that are on the line don't hang up because we got 49 minutes. I'm gonna take another call in. Come
on. Get another doctor in. This guy's not that good.
757-202. You're on the air.
All right. Peace. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm going to try to go ahead and get to this question. You know what I'm saying? I want to thank both of y'all for the, you know what I'm saying, for having the show. We probably do need to get one of those mute things, man, because it's really not organized when people talking over each other. Let me say this. One part of diet.
I want to say I don't want anybody monopolizing the conversation. I would hope people would show respect, but that respect cuts both ways. Nobody's going to be able to monopolize a whole conversation and talk over somebody. I don't care if it's a guest or a caller. I'm trying to get everybody to show some decorum and show respect for one another. Okay?
Yeah,
that's how that
works. It's happening.
I shouldn't have to meet anybody.
Yeah.
But go ahead, what you saying?
You kind of do. But when we're speaking of diet, there's some other aspects of diet that, you know, we're leaving out even, you know, in the going back and forth. All right? Main purpose is to deal down to the level of cells. All right, and what the cells does is either drawing in something or putting something out. Now we want to look at the best nutrients and the things that actually the cell is going to draw in, because we got to get down to first purpose. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if you all went through what is the purpose of a diet or your metabolism system in the first place, and then from that standpoint, we start dealing with the foods that's actually going to benefit all the way down to the cell, because at the end of the day, it boils down to, when we say food or diet, it's going to boil down to what does it do to the cell. You know what I'm saying? So whether or not you all went through what fish does to the cell, what ostrich does to the cell, or what fruit or vegetables, we all really kind of basically know that answer. The fruits and vegetables is going to burn in the system keep the system in combustion a lot better than anything else. And that's just, you know what I'm saying, it's not really too debatable there.
Can I
stop
you for a second, brother? Hold on. Can I stop you for a second? Actually, that is the debate, because that's my premise, and ᴅɪᴛ's premise, along with his supporting cast, incling Doctor.
Oh, okay. Okay. Well, now, whoa, wait a minute. First of all, let me stop you. Nobody.
Why you stop
I don't have. No, let me stop you because you stopped. Hold on. Let me stop you. Like you stopped the brother.
And we wouldn't cut each other off.
Okay, no. You cut him off. Wait a minute. You asked about the quorum, and you cut him off. You just cut him off when he.
I asked him if I could speak, and he allowed me.
Okay, but it doesn't matter.
But you didn't ask me. You just cut me off. I'm not allowing you to talk right now. I'm talking, and I want to keep talking. Okay, good. Now, ᴅɪᴛ's premise is that these reptiles will actually keep the cells in better health than fruits and vegetables. So when you made the statement just now and said we should all, we all know that fruits and vegetables will keep the cells in better health and combustion than anything else. We don't all know that, because we wouldn't even be having this conversation if we all knew that. The premise,
well, then, if that's the case, then why? If that's the case, go ahead.
The premise that ᴅɪᴛ put forth is that eating fruits and vegetables is no better than eating a McDonald's value meal or a Happy Meal.
First of all, stop.
Okay.
First of all, when you quoted, when you saw the ad I put up there, what did I have up there? Did I not have carrots and I had vegetables up there? Did I have fruits and nuts up there? In the ad that you quoted, that you saw, where you used it to promote. Hold on, wait a minute. The ad you saw, wait a minute. You interrupted me. The ad that you saw that I put up, and I talked about the vegan diet. Hold on a minute. The vegan diet, right? Which I said is a lot of your carrots and a lot of your cauliflower and all this stuff is a bunch of hybrid vegetables, right? And a lot of them serve no purpose in the nutritional value at all. They serve no nutritional value whatsoever, right? I talked about how GMOs are added into making up and stretching that food source. Just like McDonald's, just like the food at McDonald's, the GMOs are added to stretch a food source for popular crazes like vegan diet, like fruitarian diet that they do. And now they found, like I
incorrect.
Said, incorrect. No GMOs in the vegetables.
No, I'm gonna tell you what's incorrect.
No GMOs in the vegetables.
Diet, hold on. Listen, because you've been trying to do this card trick routine all night. When you say vegan diet, when you say vegan includes vegetables, fruits, nuts, grains. Okay? Vegan includes vegetables, fruits, nuts, and grains. And I know that you know better because you were trying to be a vegan and raw foodist at one point.
False. Who told you that? False.
Okay.
False. Whoever gave you that information was wrong. I ain't never tried to be no vegan. That's false. And well, I'm gonna leave that alone. But whoever gave you that's false. I tried out certain things. I tried out certain things in a diet that I wanted to incorporate, but I was never on board with no vegan diet. Never. Okay. And hold on. Wait a minute. Let me clarify this. Let me set the record straight here. Okay. Now, when you're telling me that there is no GMOs in the vegetables, in the fruit, and in the nuts, no GMOs, right?
That's not what I'm telling you. So please don't put that in my mouth.
I'm asking you. Okay,
I'm telling you that there's a much higher concentration of GMOs, yada, 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 in animals and reptiles than there is
false. None whatsoever in ostrich. None. You know why? Because it's not a popular meat. It's not popular. See, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait, brother. Let me finish answering you. Now, when you promote a vegan diet, a fruitarian diet, and you got a whole bunch of people like yourself who want to run with that vegan and fruitarian diet, then you have to stretch the food source. So how do you stretch the food source? You start adding GMOs. Yes, you do. Hold on. Wait a minute. You interrupted me, brother. Let me finish. Let me finish, and now I'll let you make your point. Now,
okay, good.
You talked about
what you just said
this
was
fertilizer.
false.
Wait a minute. You talked about this fertilizer, and they're trying to develop high yield grains of yield resistant fertilizer to be able to produce and stretch this food source, because they create crazes like this. They have to stretch the food when they promote this type of thing. If you got, for example,
right,
you got a milk. Let me finish, brother. You're not letting me finish. When you got a bunch of McDonald's, wait a minute. Let me finish, brother. When you got a bunch of McDonald's all over the world, right? And you got over a billion served. Wait a minute, brother.
I heard you say that.
Brother, wait a minute. Wait a minute. When you got a bunch of McDonald's and Burger King and all that all over the world, I'm showing you where this is a correlation at. Pay attention. When you got a bunch of McDonald's and Burger King all over the world, and you got over a billion served, and you got hamburger meat where there's not that many, there's damn sure ain't that many cows on the planet. And then you have these people serving salads. You have them adding salads to their menu, right? You have them with iceberg lettuce. You have them with tomatoes. You have them trying to incorporate salad. And, they're spreading the vegetarian and vegan craze into this. Now what happens? They have to stretch that food source. That's where your GMOs come in.
Okay,
that's where your GMOs come in. Now, ostrich, you keep saying, let me finish. You keep saying, wait a minute, but I'm not finished yet. You keep saying, let me finish, brother. You keep saying animal. Now, to a person who is not paying attention,
I keep also saying
hold on, because you keep saying animal, people would think I mentioned one of the food sources is ostrich. I said ostrich is not a common meat, as we done established. So there are no GMOs in ostrich. There is no GMOs in ostrich because it is not a common meat. It is an expensive meat. It's considered an exotic meat. So they don't have no need to put any GMOs in. I do not eat common meat. I do not eat chicken. I do not eat fish. I do not certain fish. I do not eat chicken. I do not eat turkey.
All right, hold on. Can I address those two statements? Let me address those two statements. Hold on. Y'all let the guy.
Let Minister Inky go. Stop. Let Minister Inky go. Quiet. I want Minister Inky to talk.
The reason why you're wrong, number one, is because there's 53 billion animals killed to feed flesh eaters yearly. So there is no food source being stretched. Hold on. Don't cut me off. There's no food source being stretched because of a fruitarian or a vegetarian diet. There's more than enough fruits and vegetables to feed the 8 billion people on this planet. The reason the food source is being stretched is because 68% of the fruits, vegetables, and grains have to go to feed the 53 billion. Did you hear what I said? 53 billion farm animals, including fish, that are raised on farms to feed the meat eaters. So the food is not being stretched for fruitarians and vegetarians. The food is being stretched for meat eaters. That's number one. So we can body that whole point about fruit and vegetables being stretched to feed vegetarians.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Okay. Because I'm gonna go back and answer each one you saying you bodied me on. I'm gonna answer each one. Go ahead. Now what's number point? 2 points.
There's nothing to answer.
Yeah, it is an answer. Yeah, it is an answer. Not because you say so. It is an answer to it.
No,
go ahead. I'm gonna let you finish. Yeah, it's an answer to it.
Number two, all of the fish in the water are dealing with the same pollution, the same chemicals, the same pesticides, the same fertilizers, and the same antibiotics as the farm fresh fish. Do you know why? The same reason that they're dealing with the same chemicals that the cows and the chickens are dealing with. Do you know why? Because all that waste, when it goes into the soil from those animals, the plants don't eat it. That goes into the soil and back into the water supply, okay? When the fish that are raised on the farm that are dammed up so that they can have their little fish and raise their little salmons and their little tilapias there, that water also gets recycled and sent down the river to the mass oceans, et cetera, et cetera. So if you test any fish in the water any fish in the water, including your cods, including sharks, including whales, they will all have a certain amount of PCBs, a certain amount of pesticides, a certain amount of fertilizers, and anybody with a computer can look that up because they already did the test and they found that there is nowhere on the face of this earth where those chemicals have not reached yet. But there's a higher concentration in fish, animals, and reptiles because they eat the plants, okay, which have a very small, minute amount of those chemicals in them. They eat the plants, and you know what they do when they eat all those plants? They concentrate everything that the plants have in them in their tissues because those chemicals are what's called cumulative, meaning as those animals and reptiles continue to eat those plants, those chemicals continue to build up in their tissues so that each one of those animals has a much higher toxic load of chemicals than any of those plants that they ate up because they have what they're carrying around is the amount of chemicals that it took them 5 years, 10 years, 2 years, 3 years, 6 months, 10 years, 20 years to build up in their system. And then a person will come along because those chemicals are not destroyed with cooking, Mr. Cook, Chef Master. Those chemicals are not destroyed with cooking, and you consume them. Okay? And now guess what happens? They accumulate in your tissues. And the only way for you to stop that is to consume things that have a lower amount of those chemicals in there. Go to the AmberInstitute.com and get you some Candida Cleanse and start to cleanse those things out of your body with herbs while at the same time not putting those things into your body. Now, what I will say in closing on decorum is you should return to the caller that allows
no, brother. I'm going to address everything you just said. You don't get a pass here. You don't get a pass.
I'm not looking for a pass.
First thing, all that stuff you said about hold on, wait a minute. First thing, all that stuff you just said about the animals and what they ingesting and what they eating and whatnot, I said it again. You are trying to cleverly keep marrying the ostrich or the reptiles on to your common animals.
Why am I marrying
Let me finish, brother. Let me finish. I didn't say not one word. Stop. I did not say one word when you were talking.
All right.
You were trying to marry this animals like beef, like pork, like lamb onto reptiles. You cannot do that because these are not common animals. And no, stop.
I'm not
yes, you are. Yes, you are.
No, I'm not.
Because in the beginning, you didn't even know there was a difference. Yes, it is. But let me finish. Let me finish, brother. Let me finish. I didn't say not one word when you went and did your plug for the Amber Institute.
Actually, you did.
I didn't say one. I said nothing. I said quiet. But let me finish.
Okay.
No. This is, like I said, the same things that are going in that you claim are affecting the animals and things like that is going into your fertilizer. I don't think you're making your own fertilizer. You're going somewhere, and if you have a crop, if you are planting vegetables, you are getting fertilizer from somewhere. Do you make your own fertilizer? Yes or no?
Yes.
Why did it take you so long to answer, brother, Minister Inky?
I didn't know if it was okay to comment at that point.
Out of what?
We have a patented fertilizer that we use.
Which is what?
I'm not going to tell you. Then
you're not going to tell me? Why not?
Patented is trademark. But it has no
okay, so if it's trademark, you can tell me because I can't use it. It's trademark. I can't use it.
No. We just
if it's patent and trademark, you talk. Now this is my area. I know about patents and trademarks. I own quite a few. Okay. Now I want you to tell me what is it in your patented trademark.
I'm not going to tell you though.
Okay. Now it's secret. Now it's secret smoke and mirrors. Now now why not? I can't use it. I'm not interested in using your patented secret fertilizer. Tell me what's in it. Tell us what's in it. Since you're telling us we should come to the Amber Institute and utilize your vegetables or your hookup machines and all, but you can't tell us what you're using to grow your vegetables? What are you using, Minister Inky? Yeah, I thought so. Exactly. I'm going to take another call. Exactly.
I can't finish.
Right, Minister Inky. 347, you're on the air.
Peace.
Hello?
This is Abundant. Peace. Can you hear me? It's Abundant Soft.
Yes, I can.
Great. Peace, Newbin. Peace, Minister Inky.
Hello? Minister Inky?
Can you hear me?
Minister Inky?
Yeah.
Is he still on? Hold on, let me see. Maybe the call dropped.
Hello.
Minister Inky? Okay, he's still there. Okay, I didn't hang up on you. The call just dropped. I didn't hang up on you.
All right.
Go ahead. Now, the sister's on the line.
Okay,
go ahead,
sister.
Yeah, I just wanted to say that I testified because I was somebody that smoked. I did ecstasy, all of that stuff. I even had, seriously, like a year ago, you know this, Newman, like a real issue, like where my ovaries were concerned. And one of the last points that Minister Inky made, like you're going to have to go off, some of these flesh, animal, reptile, whatever diets in order to be healthy and clean. And I think one of the things that we have not done is we haven't maintained either the diet that you're talking about or the diet that Minister Inky is talking about. And at some point, we as a people are going to have to be consistent and be aggressive on either one because we'll never really be able to know. All this flip-flop stuff is ridiculous because the fact remains that we do get most of our information from these Europeans because they have that paradigm and they have the finance. Number two is we're going to have to control our own food source. So whether we're eating ostrich or whether we're eating a diet that's nuts and berries and fruits and things like that, we are going to have to control our own food source. And he is being right and exact when he says that, they do have a patented fertilizer. I know that for a fact. Him and Ali Muhammad have been working on these things, and they're actually doing some of these things where also my brothers and sisters with some of the Moors, they are using aquaponics and geoponics and things like that. And these are because people don't want to get away from some of the diet that you're talking about. But the fact remains to me is that we're going to have to be consistent with either one for our children because nobody, as far as our generation is concerned, has gone years and years and years and been able to use ourselves as a test subject to know what is right and exact. So at some point, we're going to have to stick to our guns and do something and put out our own reports and our own records so that we could truly liberate ourselves, period. Because this back and forth it's getting ridiculous. Both of y'all are bright, but at the same time, most of our information is coming from other sources that we don't even respect.
Well, let me say this, and I thank you for calling in, sister. Let me say this. I asked Minister Inky, because if his thing is patent, then there's nothing I can do. There's nothing in the list. Nobody in the listening audience can do anything with his patent or his trademark. No, let me finish. Hold on, brother. Nobody. Wait a minute. Let me finish, brother. You're talking over me. Hold on, brother. Hold on. Nobody can do anything with your patented revolutionary formula. Wait a minute, brother. Wait a minute. I asked you. Hold on. If you're telling me that we should eat this way, and I'm asking you what's going into the soil that you're growing your vegetables with, and you can't tell me, I'm sorry, brother. No.
Let me tell you some basic stuff.
Because hold on, and I'm going to say this. I'm going to let you fix it. I'm not fair. Hold on. Let me finish making my point. Because if it's a legal issue, wait a minute. If it's a brother. Wait. If it's a legal issue, it shouldn't be.
Can I speak to the black doctor that doesn't know what melanin does?
Excuse me?
Can I speak to the black doctor that doesn't know what melanin does? With a very high nasal voice.
Well, I guess so, but like I said, I want to ask. I'm still on this thing about the I want to know about the I guess Minister Inky's not going to give up that information.
No, I already said I wasn't. So this is a waste of time.
I don't know why. If it's patent and it's trademark, you telling people, this is what I'm saying. You're telling people to eat a certain way. You're advocating this. You're talking about your Amber Institute, but we can't know what you're putting in and growing your vegetables with?
Why can't you respect that this is not the proper venue for that information?
Yeah, it is the proper venue because he can't. Yeah, it is the proper venue because if you're registered in this trademark, nobody can do anything with it. It's legally. That's why you.
All right, but listen, I already said no. So how much time are we going to waste
like
on
I said, like I said, you leave a lot of things. You leave a lot of things open now. Like I said.
Okay, that's fine.
Like I said, animals, fertilizing animals that you claim that you don't use. Obviously, you leave it open to the imagination that you're using animals. You're using animal products. You're using animal byproducts. You're using animal byproducts in your vegetation. You're using animal byproducts in your vegetation.
Excuse me, sister.
I'm using animal byproducts, Nubin.
Excuse me.
Say again now?
Excuse me, Nubin. Excuse me, people. I would like to speak to the doctor who doesn't know what melanin does with the very high nasal voice, who is a black man.
Well, go ahead, sister. I got everybody on the line now, so go ahead.
Where is the doctor that doesn't know what melanin does?
He's here listening to you. Is he listening?
Yes.
Yeah, he's listening to you. Go ahead. I got all these lines open. Go ahead.
Hello?
Doctor, can you please explain to me how plants create minerals from sunlight?
How plants create minerals from sunlight?
Yes, sir.
That's your question?
I just said it.
Plants have chlorophyll. That's part of, they have chlorophyll, and that's the part of the pigmentation that they use.
Okay, so that's something that pigment does. Hold on. So that's something that pigment does?
We give off CO2, right? And then the plants use the CO2 to make their food, and they release the oxygen through photosynthesis.
Okay, but wait a minute. Hold on. What you're explaining, see, that would sound good to someone who doesn't know any better. What you're explaining is how plants produce the glucose and the things that they need to live. What I asked you is how do plants produce minerals? And your first answer was the correct answer, but because you're scared of the answer, you're trying to dance off. Your first answer was the chlorophyll and their pigment. So what I'm establishing is that the pigment produces minerals in organs that possess it. And what I'm telling you is that black people can produce certain vitamins and minerals in their body through the sunlight and sunlight alone.
And I said that earlier, but you just kept talking over me. You would never let me get a word in. And it's really a shame that there's some people who are like that. Because when I asked you about the 8 amino acids,
but if you had said that, no, I didn't. I told you that the fruits and vegetables have amino acids in them.
That's not true.
And
they do not.
And you can get all
8. That's impossible.
You can get all 8 amino acids from nuts. You can get them from grains. You can get them from nuts. You can get them from grains, and you can get them from fruits and vegetables. You have to have a variety of fruits, vegetables, nuts, and grains that you're taking in order to get the amino acids. There's no one fruit that's going to have the amino acids in the concentrations that you're looking for to get them in. Okay? But any group of fruits, if you have some apples, some grapes, some this, a wide variety of things, then you will be able to get all the amino acids that you want to get. Yes, you will. Why don't you name them by name? How about we do this? You name them by name. I will go dig into my textbooks that I wrote, and I will tell you which fruit one in it.
Listen.
Oh, why don't I make it easier for you? Tell me which of the essential amino acids, hold on. Tell me which of the essential amino acids that you cannot get from a fruit or vegetable. Let's make that easy. Which one can't you get from a fruit or vegetable?
It's a fact that you can't get all of them from fruits and vegetables.
Which ones can't you get from fruits or vegetables?
And nuts are legumes. So, what you're talking about is something totally different.
Okay, let's leave nuts out of it. Which amino acids are not in fruits and vegetables?
I told you can't.
Where do you get where's iodine? What about iodine? Where's iodine?
Iodine comes from sea vegetables, and it's not an essential amino acid. Hold on, Nubin. Stop trying to interrupt and help this doctor. Let this doctor handle his own business.
I was just asking. I had a question. I was just asking.
Okay, I answered it. Let's get back to the doctor.
Okay, all right. Sea vegetables. By the way, we eat sea vegetables, but go ahead.
Okay, Doc. Which essential amino acids are not in fruits and vegetables? Let's get you on the record with that. All right, the doctor's gone, or he's either Google searching it to try to come up with it. All right, come on, Doc. Come on, Doc. You see?
My friend, listen. This is all research, and if you really well read and research, you know all this stuff that I'm telling you.
Okay, all right. So he doesn't know the answer. I'm sorry. Go ahead, back to you, Nubin. I just want to
know. Let me take another call because we got other people on the line. Hold on, we got 22 minutes. We got other people on the line. Let me take another call. Like I said, while y'all figure this out, let me take another call.
He don't know the answer again.
All right, 216.
Body back.
Hey, what's up?
All right.
Peace. What's up, Inky? This is Zach. I got a question for you, Nubin. Hello?
Yeah, I'm here.
All right, so you say that the ostrich is a very rare bird that's completely unaffected by GMO, this, that, and the other, and you like to make the argument that everything that vegans and plant eaters eat are affected by the compromised soil and this, that, and the other. But how do you know that the ostrich that you're eating isn't affected by that from where you're buying it? And can you give me at least one specific location that sells this rare bird that I could get it from? Like, say if I was just a free black person who wants to make a decision to hop onto this diet, how could I do it for myself?
Well, where are you located at?
Oh, in Ohio, but say I had them.
Well, you in Ohio. I'm not in the same state with you.
But what if he got a car and he could drive to where you get
Union Square Green Market. All right.
Okay.
Union Square Green Market.
It only took you 2 hours and 45 minutes. Actually, 6 hours and 45 minutes.
No, I didn't take six. How's it 6 hours, brother? The show is only.
I was waiting for you to say it Monday night.
A 3 hour show. You made 6 hours out of it.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is
Monday night. Brother, wait. Did you listen to what I said? I said that it was picked up for me. I didn't go out and get it. It was picked up.
But then how do you know
somebody out to get that?
How do you know that?
I send people. Hold on. Let me say this. Hold on. I send people sometimes to get things for me. And I had a taste for it, and I wanted to try it out. I researched it, and I sent some. Now, it was sent to me, like I said, the Union Square Market, the tenderloins. You could get a tenderloin for $14.95 tenderloin. All right. Now let me finish answering the brother's question. I said that these are exotic. What is that noise in the background?
Hold on. Hey, hang up the phone. All right. Hello?
All right. All right.
What I'm saying is...
I'm answering your question. Hold on, brother. I'm answering your question. These are exotic birds, okay? And they are not eaten in, a great number like that.
Are they being posed?
Let me finish. It's very expensive, right? And if you understand anything about exotic meats, they're not compromised because they're not in abundance like that. They're not... widely eaten like your vegan diet and your fruitarian diet. It's not. Let me finish. These are not widely distributed meats. It's not a common meat. I didn't tell everybody to go and start.
I have no idea.
I didn't tell everybody. Hold on. I didn't tell everybody to start going and eating. Like I said, if you want to eat vegan, that's your business. That's fine. I'm not telling nobody. I'm not trying to convince anybody to eat our diet or whatnot. That's fine.
That's not my question.
No, I'm answering your question. I said that it's not a common bird. When you find GMOs and you find things that tend to be affected by your GMOs and by compromised fertilizer, it tends to be the things that you can get in abundance, like your vegan diet, like your fruitarian diet, like your animal diet, your regular animal diet of beef and all this other nonsense. That's
1 second though. All right. So, because you were making the argument, and Inky even made the argument that the animals that are eating these foods are getting sick from consuming them. Thus, that's why they can't use manure as fertilizer. So, how do you know that the ostrich or whatever reptiles that you eat aren't consuming these as well. Because if somebody's packaging them and distributing them, they have to be somewhat either domesticated or somebody's out in the wild and they're poaching them.
They don't have. Do you know anything about meat processing? Because I worked in a meat processing plant at one point in time. Do you know anything about that? Do you know anything about that?
No, enlighten me.
Okay. Well, here's how this works. When there is a demand, right, a big demand for anything, meat, especially meat, they have to speed up the process of producing and getting that meat to market. These farmers that raise these ostriches, one of your biggest ostrich farmers. Let me finish. Hold on. Wait a minute, brother. Don't interrupt when I'm talking. One of the biggest farm raisers, becoming one of the biggest farm raisers, is Terminator X. One of the brothers the brother used to be the DJ for Public Enemy. He went into that over 15 years ago, into raising ostrich, because amongst people with means and people who are really into a high protein diet, these people, and like I said, it's not in the mass numbers. These people raise and bring their own things to market. It is not a processing type of machinery that's working here with this, like beef and like pork and all these other things. These are not animals that are being pushed on the market. That's why it's not affected by that. They can take time to raise these ostriches to a certain age and to a certain level and slaughter them and bring them to market themselves. You understand? This is more like a mom and pop operation type of thing. It's not not a corp. Hold on, brother. It's not. You want to hear the answer? You got to listen. This is not a big corporate thing behind it, like your fruitarian and your vegan diet thing, like the PETA people push. Okay.
Okay.
You're not going to go, like Minister Inky said. You're not going to go to your corner store and get ostrich. And if I could go to the corner store and get ostrich, I don't want it. That's the day I stop eating it. Okay? I make it a point to seek out uncommon food. I make it a point that's rich in nutrients, that's rich in protein, that everybody doesn't eat, and I made that specifically clear. However, Minister Inky tried to make it seem as though all we do in the state of Mentel is shove ostrich down our throat, and we don't. I talked about other diets. I talked about other things that encompass our solitarian diet, which we put together ourselves. Okay?
Okay, so what you're telling me is that you're eating organic ostrich that's raised on a farm. That's what you're saying.
If you want to use the terminology organic, like I said, and that terminology organic is not. It can be paid.
Okay, well,
hold on. Let me finish. Hold on. I'm gonna tell you that terminology isn't. Like I said, it can be paid for now because based on the government. You know, if based on the government. Let me finish, brother. Hold on. Based on the government, hold on, brother. Based on the government, and based on whether or not they choose to give certain companies license to call a product organic, right? Doesn't mean that it's organic. You can buy that stamp. However, this is a small operation, very small in comparison to the meat processing plants, because these meats don't go through a processing plant. All right.
Well, what I'm saying is this. Regardless of how they're being, if they're processed or not, and how they're getting from point A to point B to you, how do you know for certain that ostrich, if it's being raised on a farm, how do you know for sure?
Because that's how they all are raised, brother. They not raised no place else.
Oh, no.
You're gonna probably, let me tell you something. Hold on, brother. There's not gonna be raised any place else. They're not gonna raise ostrich any place else.
So that there has to be a person to take care of that ostrich to raise and feed it and right. So how do you know for certain that if our vegetation is so compromised that ostrich is not also consuming that vegetation as well that you're eating, that you're promoting so much?
Because again, it is not. They only compromise things like that when it's in mass abundance. Your fruit and vegetables are more compromised than my ostrich. You know why? Why? Do you grow your own crops?
No, I don't.
Okay, so then your point is moot, because you're going to a supermarket and buying apples and cauliflower and oranges or whatever you're doing in your vegan diet, and you don't know what went into fertilizing that soil. And even Minister Inky over here ain't trying to give up what he put in there, yet he wants us to eat this diet.
Yeah, but that's the point, though. I mean, people are going through, even he's going through means to get, like, good fertilizer. Even if I wanted to try and grow my own food, I still have to use the growing mediums unless I come up with my own or whatever, because like the government or even a small operation, they still have to go through commercial means to get food, because they're not, if that person's not growing their own food, their own GMO-free food or whatever you want to call it to feed that ostrich, then I'm saying you don't know for sure that ostrich is not eating my food.
I'm going to say this. I'm going to explain this again. This is not a food that is in abundance like that.
That doesn't matter.
That does mean something.
Doesn't mean that it's exempt.
Whoa. This is what you don't understand. See, this goes back again to Minister Inky, where he goes with this whole animal and reptilian thing. And you can marry the whole reptile thing and the exotic meats and try to marry it onto common meats. It's a totally different ball game. Okay, these are not common meats. You're not going to go in. Hold on. You're not even going to go in Whole Foods and get this. And Whole Foods carry damn near everything. You can't even go in Whole Foods and get this. Okay. Now, if you can't even go to Whole Foods and get this stuff, like I said, they have the only way they're gonna compromise any kind of food is to stretch it, to make it accessible to the masses. All right.
Look,
this is not accessible to the masses.
You're not answering my question. Cause
I answered your question. You're not listening. I answered your question.
No,
I said it's not accessible to the masses like that.
Yeah, just
so
because
I'm saying the only reason they compromise any food source, or add GMOs to it, is to stretch it. Not just because for the hell of it. Hold on, brother. Not for the hell of it, just because, we just feel like compromise. Not for the hell of it, brother. They don't do it for that. Okay? Hello?
Right. Finally, I'm back.
I didn't cut your call. It dropped your call.
Okay, well, listen. I wanted to take a breather, and I was hoping that I was giving the good doctor a breather, and then I wanted to come back and beat up on the doctor some more, because he was saying how we need to get B12
we got 10 minutes left. Hold on. Wait a minute, Minister Inky. Hold on. We got a few more calls. We got 10 minutes.
Right,
I know you love your beat up vest on the doctor and asking him
B12. All right.
Wait a minute.
I'm going to beat up on you then. Listen.
No. I got 12. I got 10 minutes. Wait a minute, brother. I got 10 minutes.
Listen,
let me take one.
Ostriches are eating what is most affordable for the farmers to feed them. It's not about the farmers.
You don't know, brother. You didn't know. You couldn't even, brother. How do you know what the ostrich is eating? How do you know how they're feeding their ostrich? How do you know?
Because this is about profit. This is about profit. And the reason why most of the farmers are using the low-quality stuff is because they get it cheapest, because the government subsidized the cost. It has nothing to do with food source being rare.
Yes, it does, because like I said, you have
Louis Vuitton bag is real and your Louis Vuitton bag is fake. So it sounds like to me that you guys just want to be able to say that you're eating an exclusive food source, and it sounds like you're doing something that everybody else can't do or is not doing.
I'm not saying nobody can't do it, but you want to try to group everything in. No, but you want to try to group everything in to make it more palatable to your diet. No. You want to group everything in. You want to call everything. No. You want to call everything. You want to put everything under animal so you can make it more palatable to sell your diet.
Animals produce B12.
You want to produce B12. And what do you produce? Again, what do you produce in your crops with Minister Inky? What are you producing in your crops?
B12 is produced by bacteria in your intestine.
Okay, I'm taking another call. Okay, I'm taking another call. 661, you're on the air. 661.
Yeah, hello, is it me?
Yeah, 661.
Peace.
Yeah.
661.
Hello, you got a question?
Wait a minute.
No, you don't have a question.
All right, let's get another caller.
All right, goodbye. All right. 910, you're on the air.
Hey,
how you doing?
Hey, Brother Inky, I'm back. You want to beat up on me, and I'm back.
Yes. Tell me which animals produce B12. Tell me which animals produce B12.
Proline is not available.
Which animals produce B12?
Proline, which is an amino acid, is not available in the strict vegetarian diet. Taurine is also not available in an amino acid, and carnosine.
Well, wait a minute. Animals produce B12.
Excuse me?
Which animals produce B12?
Listen, I'm a doctor, okay? Let's get this straight. I'm a doctor. I study the human body, all right?
No, you don't. You study medicine.
Listen,
because I asked you earlier.
No. I'm
when
internal
you was in
medicine.
medical school, how long was dedicated to nutrition? And you didn't answer the question.
Listen, I'm an internist. I'm an internist. Internal medicine. I don't study. I do not study plants. I'm not a botanist.
You don't spend any time on nutrition. You spend all of your time learning how to sell chemical-based medicines to people.
No,
it
sounds like you have something against doctors.
Your profession has not produced the common cold. Your profession has not produced a cure for the common cold yet. And no, you're not a pharmacist or a pharmacologist, but your job is to refer people to the people who make the drugs that go into the body, which is a combination of antibiotics, which is bacteria, the same bacteria that you're saying that we need to eat animals for to produce B12, because only B12 is produced by bacteria. And what I'm telling you is that Europeans have a different biology than black people, and we do not need to consume bacteria, yeast, or fungus for anything that we need, because as you said earlier, but you tried to cover it up, the sun produces minerals in organisms that have pigment, and melanin is the highest form of pigment on this planet, as you also agree that your mother taught you when you was a 4-year-old. So what I'm trying to get you to do is stop coming into this conversation with that textbook baloney that you keep trying to reiterate to the people.
Wait a minute, hold on. Listen. Everybody don't went into a textbook at one point.
You were studying nutrition in medical school. All right, it's the reason why it's called medical school and not biology school or nutrition school. It's called medical school because you learn how to administer medicine. Period.
And
you study medicine. Medication is the last resort. I don't prescribe a lot of medication for people.
Do not come on this line.
Your problem is
outside your
ego. And your ego is easing the Most High out. It seems like you're easing the Creator out of this conversation.
No, I'm easing you out in your medical establishment.
You talk longer than everybody else.
That was created in the early 1900s by the Rockefeller Foundation.
I bet you're a very short man because you have a
medical
huge
Well, come on, we're going to stop. Okay, well, we got a few minutes left, and we're going to quote. Listen. All right, I'm going to mute both of y'all. I'm going to mute both of y'all because, I'm going to mute both of y'all because, just like I said, we got 5 minutes left. And I'm gonna be the last voice that concludes everything here, and that is this.
And I'm gonna be the last.
I'm gonna be the last one. I'm not.
I'm on this child, Minister Inky Station. We're gonna finish it on Monday night.
All right. Well, like I said, I'm not gonna. I got you here. And I got you here. No. Hold on, wait a minute, Mr. Inky. I got you here, and hold on, wait a minute. I afforded you every courtesy. Wait a minute. I afforded you every courtesy. I let you speak. I've made my point, but you seem like because you can't speak over everybody, you're not satisfied. But that's not how it goes here. I didn't cut you. I didn't hang up on you, and I didn't go. Wait a minute. I didn't hang up on.
I gotta.
Wait a minute. Hold on.
So I got to be very evasive and elusive and defensive at the same time as I'm answering one question. I got to make sure I'm blocking and I got to move like that.
Well, you ain't got to move like that because, like I said, I afford you every courtesy. I'm not going to be like how you did where you waited until I got off the phone and then tried to clown me afterwards while I couldn't defend myself. And
you suggested people eat $375 wings.
Yeah. And like I said, if you really thought it was a problem, you wouldn't even have questioned me about the expense of it. You would have just been like, nah, we can't eat it at all. But why you questioning me about the cost? No, then it should have been wrong. Then you should have been asking me about the cause and the practicality of it if it was wrong.
Why I'm questioning you about it because
you shouldn't. If it's wrong by health, I'm saying by health standards, by health standards, which you don't got any background on, by health standards, if it's wrong, you shouldn't be questioning me whether how much it costs or whether it's more accessible than anything else, if it's wrong. You wouldn't have been asking me that. That's my point.
Because all of that plays into the practicality.
No, it don't play into it. Wrong is wrong.
Which is the reason why I picked up this conversation in the first place.
If
you are misleading people, and you're going to cause people to get sick, and you're going to shorten people's lifespan.
But you've done no research on it. You didn't even know if people was eating oysters. You've done no research on it. But yet you coming up here like an authority. You've done no research on it. You're using your animal. No. You're using your animal. You're using your animal. You're using your animal statistics to sit up here and judge a meat that you know nothing about.
They're gonna come to me with the diabetes. They're gonna come to me with the plaque in their arteries, and they're gonna say, Minister Angie,
right? No, you've done no research on nothing. You've done no research on the ostrich, but yet you sit up there and crap on. You didn't even know people was eating. Now all of a sudden you an authority on it? Come on, Minister Icky. Come on, Minister Icky. You've done no research. You didn't even know people was eating oysters. Now all of a sudden you an authority on it overnight? Now all of a sudden you an authority on it? Really?
Minister Icky, what are we going to do to clean our body out because we in trouble?
Well, like I said, we got 2 minutes to go. We closing out. Thank you, Minister Inky, for being on. This has been very educational, very fun-filled. But like I said, we only got 1 minute and 45 minutes left to go. I could let y'all all argue it out for the next 1 minute and 45 seconds. But like I said, Minister Inky, he has the Amber Institute. Like I said, he represents the fruitarian/vegan diet. I'm not going to say nothing negative about it. If that's what Minister Inky chooses to do, that's fine. If that's what Minister Inky chooses to eat, that's fine. I'm not going to crap on the diet. I'm not going to say anything bad about it. We over here, we don't eat common stuff. That's all I'm saying. We don't eat common diet, and we shouldn't be. Nobody should be looking at us and trying to say, "Oh, well, because you don't eat the common diet with us." We're not representing the common man. We're telling our people to get your game up. You know what I'm saying? We don't eat the common
man
diet.
Actually eats meat. So if you don't eat meat, you don't eat common. So anybody that's a vegetarian or vegan or fruitarian doesn't eat common food.
No, stop.
Just so you understand.
Stop judging. Stop using your animal statistics for ostrich, which you have nothing on.
No, there's the doctors like the guy you had on the line that's telling people they need to eat animals to get B12 and proteins when it's a lie.
Yeah, and the people who fertilize their vegetables with animal byproducts, or people fertilize or secret byproducts, people fertilize their stuff with animal byproducts, but claim they don't want to talk, but yet don't want to talk about it. Yeah, all right, whatever.
School. They don't teach nutrition in medical school, so he has no idea what he's talking about. Animals don't produce B12, bacteria does. All fruits and all vegetables have protein. Anybody with Google search.
No, they don't. No, they don't. No, they don't. No, they don't. All fruits and vegetables do not have protein. That's false. That's false.
How much protein is in a
grape? How much protein is in an
apple? Google search it. It'll come right up.
We off the air. All right. All right.
First of all, and on top of that,
Nice. It was a nice exchange.
Monday night.
Monday night.
He himself cannot.
All right.
Yes, I'm coming to Brooklyn so I can examine you Sunday afternoon.
Okay.
You're not getting away from that examination because I want to test your blood to see how acid it is. I want to see how high your nitrogen levels are.
I was out, brother. I'm 42 years old. Brother Inky, I was out. I'm 42 years old. I was out. You know what I was doing today? I was out sprinting. At 42. Sprinting my ass off. You understand? You look at my picture. Do I look like I'm 42 years old?
You can't run faster than me.
You probably can run faster. You probably can. Like I said, I just started. I'm going to be the first one to tell you, I just started getting my diet together. I just started. Like I said, I'm not long into this thing and whatnot. We developed our own thing. Wait a minute.
Prescribing the diet to other people.
No, I'm prescribing it because I've noticed the change in the short time of me consuming it. The high protein and this boost and the boost I'm getting from it. That's why I'm doing it. But if you're using, hold on, wait a minute. If you're using me, I gave it my seal of approval because of the boost and the research I did. Wait a minute, on the research I did on it. I took the time. I didn't close my mind like you. I took my time to research it and whatnot before I put it in my body.
I don't care who you are. I don't care if you're Tahuti Madra. No, I don't care if you're a minister.
You have no, but what I'm saying,
it doesn't matter to me.
When it comes down to research, you have like if you're not taking physical vegetables and testing them,
are they having a side argument over there?
You won't know for sure.
All right. Well, y'all brothers, y'all.
That's what I'm saying. I don't go by anybody else's word.
I'm an old man. I
do what works for me.
You know what I'm gonna get a diagnostic from EQ.
All right, everybody have a good night.
That's your thing. That's another thing. Let people do what the fuck they're gonna do.
Well, no, but when you're gonna promote something that may or may not be healthy, and
I was just listening. I got nothing to do with it.
Can't be skeptical of everything.
But nobody wanted to talk about the detox and the sweat lodges. You know what I'm saying? You know, a diet ain't just what you take in. It's how to show.
Rising out the black race to the white race, out the black race to the white race. It's the republic of mental black race to the white race. If it's hell, and then it's hell us. They tried everything just to spell us. Fed us religion, gave us fake gods. Through all of that, we beat the odds. Now we coming together under one flag. Colors red, gold, and blue. Superman, Superwoman, that's me and you.